go. Insert your favorite spurned lover driving fast at night, pissed off about something. His girl just messed around on him. Now he's going to the gym to work out. He's getting shipped off to
Gotta really contemplate
Nicaragua.
life. I don't have a mic. Do it.
Yeah, you do.
Totally sounds like a Miami Vice love scene, like Crockett driving in the black Ferrari, hair blowing in the wind.
Feel the anger.
Ray-Bans on at night.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Ray-Ban. Because, when you're angry and you're going to go
And
real
it's
high
Miami
speed.
at 3 in the morning in a Ferrari.
Say you're flying. You
need
really want sunglasses.
You want limo tint sunglasses. Yes.
Could you imagine not hauling, but...
Pastel jacket.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
wicker shoes.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. You
Wicker
remember them
ass.
shoes,
Hey,
dude?
I had a buddy that had a
White
pair
pants.
of wicker shoes.
Get
And
out of
like-
here. I thought you were kidding. Those
No,
are
hell
those
no.
real?
Oh, yeah.
The
Wicker?
splinters, man.
Wicker, white, like basket-looking shoes. I
Yeah,
don't know
sort
if
of
they're-
like porch furniture or something.
Yeah. And he, the first time he wore them, he got laid. And so...
Oh,
Never
that
took
was
them
his
off
damn
again.
Oh,
shoes.
that was his lucky shoe, son. You don't break a streak.
I believe it's the wicker.
It had to be the
Man,
shoe.
women can't resist.
I hook up in some
Gotta be
silky
the
sheets and a
shoes.
waterbed and some wicker shoes. It'll pop a hole in a waterbed like you ain't never seen.
He quit taking them off during sex. He was like, I'm not breaking a strip.
No,
I'm not,
dude,
Wow.
These things work.
We went straight to wicker
Why would you
waterbed sex
deviate?
scene.
Why would you deviate from a functional formula? Once you know the formula, dude,
Bro.
I mean, there's no limit.
No.
That's right. You
Yeah.
don't break a streak.
There's people who work their whole life trying to find the formula. This guy just stepped right into
Right
it.
into it.
immediately
I mean,
worked.
that's a rare. He's
You
a
start
shooting star.
You just start shooting for girls way out of your league.
Yes, if you got wicker waterbed,
And if they
love
even
making
like
shoes.
flinch, you just look down at your
Yeah.
feet.
You see these? I didn't wear these wicker ass
Just
shoes.
hey, you just reach down and rub them for a little confidence and go another notch down.
Yes.
You go from the 9 to a 7. You're like, come on, baby, rub them
Sort of like
shoes.
going up there to the Apollo Theater, right before you go on stage, you
Yeah, they.
rub that thing before you go
Yeah,
out there. I
that's
don't know
right.
what that thing is, but it's some
get-
kind of something.
Well, welcome to the show. Nick Blackmon is right there. That's John Watkins. Jake Fricker's right here. And we've got a doozy of a show. Levi Kitchen is going to join us from a lake somewhere. He said he's going to be on a boat. So he goes, I hope that'll work. I said, no, that's even cooler.
What if he's like wakeboarding and it's just you just hear the
Even better.
splashing and stuff?
Radio in the background.
What if he's on some shitty ass cruise to I don't know, Arkansas?
Arkansas Cruise Lines.
I was waiting to see who you're going to piss off.
Arkansas,
Piss off with that.
you're
Yeah,
in.
Arkansas.
Suck
so it's
it.
Arkansas.
Might as well have a war again
He's
because
going-
you get everything settled with Latvia.
Yep.
You quit having anxiety about
Somebody
the future.
from Latvia just liked one of your photo pictures. It's Latvia Collectibles or something. Dude, literally today just
Jake.
like
Do you know about this?
MX Latvia Collectibles or something. You can look on our Instagram. Speaking of our Instagram, you should follow it. You should follow our
YouTube.
our MySpace YouTube Hot or Not page. We've got
Yeah.
that going here.
Lots of
Farmers only.
focus this week on wicker shoes.
I had a question earlier, John. You need to go through our sponsors with all the skins because somebody asked me if we lost those sponsors.
No, we're back. So we got to double
haven't been
down.
feeling
We haven't
like-
pissed anybody
Let's go.
off.
Okay.
Thank
well, number one, first and foremost, did we not tear up some pork skins down there in Florida?
No shit, we
Pork
did.
skins.
Lever skins.
There's just all these sponsors is so hard. There's
Skin on skin or it ain't going in.
Skin on
so
skin.
soft.
Helmet skins was the original.
Helmet
Lever
skins.
skins. Rhino skins.
Rhino skins.
the ultimate
Skintastic.
and plug changing technology.
It's skintastic season anyway. Mosquitoes
Them
are out.
skaters get you.
Shirts and
Skaters.
shirts are skins.
So
Blouses,
embarrassing that I
skins.
just can't remember.
Lamb skin.
Yes.
It puts a lotion on its skin.
Yes.
I mean,
lotion
I
in
feel
the
terrible
basket
not
skin.
knowing these sponsors. And I think it's just because the payouts are so high that it's easy to not.
Well, we had a little
Remember.
listener concern that we may have lost a couple of those sponsors.
Absolutely
and I
not.
just want to say no. It was, they just,
Pigskin. Wasn't there something about a football that used to help us?
Pigskins.
Pigskins.
yeah.
Throw the old pigskin around.
Because pork skins is close, but pork skins is edible. Nobody's eating footballs.
that's right.
Nope.
I mean,
Nobody in their right mind, but
No.
I'm not saying it hadn't happened.
Somebody
Yeah, you
drills
get
you
hungry
with a
enough.
fastball to the face, you're eating that football. So
Yeah.
I got hit in the face. For some reason, we were playing volleyball with a basketball and intramurals
Good
in 12th
idea.
grade.
Yeah.
And somebody way taller than me was going to
With big hands.
spike that ball, and it hit me right in the cheek, dude. And my right cheek was so hot
Immediately.
all day, the whole school day. Just
Yeah,
a hot, I'd touch it, and I'd be like, God, I can't believe this.
I'm
is
sure
so-"
it was an outdoor basketball, which is more
it was
abrasive.
from the park down there.
Hey, I've got some questions for you guys. We're going to be doing something similar to this on our platform. Video winners take y'all Verb Moto collaborative effort, but I wanted to kind of just do it, and this will actually make for some good debate.
I didn't prepare, Kevin.
Fastest rider, I don't know, I don't want you to. Fastest rider never to win a Premier Championship: Wyndham, Travis Pastrana, Damon Bradshaw, the Dogger, or Magoo. That's a tough ass list, bro.
Dude, especially if you watch Magoo's motorcycle, he could go faster than the motorcycles were built to go.
And Wyndham was smooth and Lachine, or they're the same cut of
Wyndham
meat.
beat Carmichael, who's the greatest of all time.
And there were times when you watched Pastrana on a bike.
But Pastrana,
He was the fastest
Dazzling.
person you've ever seen.
Pastrana was James Stewart-esque.
And Damon Bradshaw lost a Supercross championship by like 1 point to Jeff Stanton. So
Yeah.
he's probably the closest to ever have done it out of all those guys, no doubt.
And do you know, like, out of all those, there's something about Bradshaw having so much attitude that it makes people sort of like amplify the memory of him even greater than his ride may have been.
Bro, he almost won the championship, though. None of those guys came as close as he did
Yeah, he basically had it.
I think
All he had to do is perform a little bit, right?
that day.
Yeah.
For
Jean-Michel Bell tried to help him.
Yes, on a competing team.
Yes.
Against his teammate who...
For me,
Yeah.
go ahead, Nick.
like for me just because we're like we all are old Cowie geeks. I would like if I put my heart into it, I got to go with the Dogger.
Hey,
I mean,
DeCoster,
DeCoster says that's the
he
fastest
told me
he's
that
ever seen.
straight up. 88 France, DeCoster, or a Dogger on a 500.
On a 500, I watched
Stays
that
out all
video.
night, rolls
I don't
in.
know if you ever watched that video, Jake. He looks like
88 motocross to nations.
He came in last minute. Nobody knew where he was,
He
as
jumped
usual.
out of like a car with a bunch of girls
Like
in it.
Knight Rider shoots out of the back of a semi.
Straight to practice. Maybe got a couple of laps and then goes 1-1 at the motocross to
And
nations.
he looked like that's one of the few old videos that you can see somebody that looks like they're going as fast as they're going today. Just because it's probably the track and he was on
Well,
a
when,
500.
and when DeCoster says it, so he's seen way back when to now, and he's been a part of some of those
Yeah,
discussions
yeah.
himself. So, I mean, all those guys have a great case. Kevin Wyndham on any given day could be anybody on the planet. He did it back when Ricky was in his prime.
I feel like
It's tough,
I
man.
feel like Kevin Wyndham could do it today. Like
Right.
I feel like Kevin Wyndham could go on it to a Triple Crown that was not a full
shorter
especially if it
races
was like
or
10 minutes in top 12 the race. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
he looks.
if you gave him some time, that's not a crazy thought because, I mean, Josh Grant was top 5ing 2 years ago when he was, or whenever he got called up.
Yeah. So let's call it. I mean, do we have to pick one?
Pick one.
So
Are you going for a championship or are you going for one race? What do
if
you
you're
want to
going one race, 82 Motocross to Nations, Danny Chandler, it looks like motorcycles will never go as fast as he went.
Okay, but like Travis Pastrana is willing to blow
Yes.
knees out.
Yeah,
Backs,
and
he'll
do
hurt
things
himself.
that are impossible for the average human to pull off.
Lachine and Wyndham will go effortlessly
And they
as
won't look
fast as
fast.
possible.
Did
and
Renard ever
Bradshaw
win a championship?
No.
Okay.
Didn't he win a 125 championship?
Who?
Robbie Renard.
Oh, Renard. No, but that
There were times when he was fast.
98 or somewhere.
He was
He
lightning.
won like
A bunch.
He made it. He made Carmichael look like
Several times.
He was just some also
Yeah.
ran that day.
My brother and Jeff Travis, we were at Loretta's and Rayner was there. This was while he was still pro and he was not even on the Suzuki yet. But I can't remember what Jeff said. He goes, you know, you're just like, so dumb at the time.
Yes.
And he's like just looking for anything to say. He goes, like he almost took a deep. He was,
Couldn't come up
his
with
shoulders hurt. Like,
Yeah.
you know, obviously they hurt because they're so jacked up.
His shoulders.
But
Yes.
that's what I think Jeff Travis, like, we were at the pool at
He
Loretta's.
froze.
He was
He
like,
choked.
"Ugh." What do I say? It's so good.
Dude.
That's it. That's what you came up with.
When I raced BMX, we were at a national, and I had this neighbor kid that would always go with us, and we'd all be walking shoulder to shoulder, just a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds, dorks going through the pits or whatever, and he would see a top pro, like, say, Gary Ellis, who rode for GT. He'd scream, "Gary Ellis!" and he'd jump behind us. And then we would just be standing there. We didn't know this was about to happen.
What are we gonna
And
do?
he would turn around. What? And this dude looked like a lumberjack, man. He's
Yeah.
a big beard. And, hey, he's probably 20 years old. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
Thanks a lot,
God, you
Gary Ellis is
stupid
going to
idiot.
kill us.
And he would do it.
Shaw, Texas. What? Don't do that,
he
man.
would do that. He would do things like that. And I'm like, man. So, yeah, I froze too. I couldn't say anything. I'm just like, it wasn't me.
I don't know what to say.
You know?
I saw my buddy texted me a photo 2 days ago. He's at the baseball fields up in Cartersville. His son's playing baseball. He's like 7. And his aunt rolls in with a all black green number 1 fro on the side. He goes, what are you doing with that hat on? Like, it's got sweat stains. And she's like 50. She has no idea.
don't know who Jeff
no
Rowe
clue. He
is.
goes, casually wearing the 1997 Supercross Championship black
For sure.
hat. So I sent it to Fro. He goes, what the hell, man? That thing's like 30-something years old. Just out of nowhere. Like, I don't
Did
even
she
know.
just get it at like a
A thrift store or something?
the thrift store or something?
But he's into moto, so I don't know if he gave it to her
Maybe it ended
30
up-
years ago.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So
She was
wild.
just like, I'm having a bad hair day. And
Just throw this Fro.
For a minute, I thought you might be talking about my Aunt Rita, who is a known, user of mind-altering substances.
recreational
Yes.
Recreation,
pharmaceuticals.
of course.
Yes, and man, so she'll have a dent on every side of her car and stuff because she has glaucoma and can't really see.
Whiskey dents.
Be on the wrong side of the road a lot of times, calling
I
people,
get whiskey
telling
dance.
people they're bitches for being on the wrong side of the road, even though
When
she's,
she's on the wrong
side. Yeah. And she's like, that darn fool hit me up there at the gas station. And I'm like,
You can't
on
see
all four
Hey,
sides.
all of
Listen, she's out there cussing out the gas pump, thinks it's
Yes.
somebody.
You jackass. Yeah, just
You just keep standing there. Don't do
Standing there,
nothing.
you just won't say. I know you're not going to say a damn word. I'm just
Yeah.
going to get my. If you ain't going to say shit, I'm going to get my car and leave.
Yes.
Fine. She's still there, and
We're
I drove
done.
all.
That's it.
This
I got
is
the last
over.
word. And she's
I
driving
cussed
off.
that fool out. And
Yes.
He just stood there.
She's driving off. Can't even see.
So, any of you guys cooked the Michael Moseman recipe?
Somebody
yet?
did though. I saw on our
I
thing.
think Jacqueline Oakley did. That is Jesse Furtado's mother. So I guess she heard it.
What
and
were the reviews?
said they were delightful.
said it was the best ever.
Of course it
of course,
was.
of course. I mean, how
It's the apple
cerebral, how
cider
fun
vinegar.
was he?
Oh, he
I
was.
really wanted to do that. I wanted to do those wings, but
I haven't cooked any wings,
I
but
didn't have
this
anybody to
weekend
hang
it'll
out
happen.
with.
I can tell you right now,
Maybe we'll do that Saturday night.
Moseman's stories were not what you thought
Ever.
he would talk about, and it was
Right into some wings and just
yeah, man, and like
elbows
opinionated
up
about
and-
it.
I love that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I could have that guy on every
Hey, I think you could just
couple months. He could have a segment.
take a clip and say, "Watch this. What are they doing wrong?"
Right.
And he would give you all the reasons why that's never going to work the way this guy's riding.
Yep.
Leverage. He knows fulcrum points, pivot points.
Fulcrum. Yeah, he broke that
He
out.
broke that out, dude. Your fork is your fulcrum or something, And I'm
down around your front axle there.
I mean, I'm not smart enough, but he truly understands the mechanics.
I've been doing
Physics.
equations ever since we tied him on.
You and
You
your
have-
college words coming on here, trying to
Nick
make me
had to
feel
buy
stupid.
a large dry erase board.
Yeah, my whole house is just
Fulcrum.
dry erase board.
Just
Fulcrum
dry erase
you, man.
equations.
It's like Wes Kane. Like if I were to say Fulcrum, he'd be like, "Fulcrum, you man, come at me like that."
Yeah.
Fulcrum, you too. I don't give a
Fulcrum off.
Wes Kane,
Mother Fulcrum.
his grasp of some of the English languages, suspect.
Mother fulcrum.
But he texted me one day. Did I tell y'all? I know I've told y'all
Mother
this.
fulcrum.
Fulcrum
I'll be
you.
screaming that at some kind of math convention somewhere in the near future.
There was an article written about Vanilla Ice and Wes Kane, and it said Wes Kane and Vanilla Ice, Wes Kane with his hat askew. And he goes, "What does that mean?"
Means your head.
I said, "Your hat was crooked." He goes, "Okay." Like he was about to drive over and
His
whoop
hat
somebody's
is just
ass.
crooked enough to be on purpose every time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, no, he does that on purpose, but
I
he
know
just
he
did
does,
not
but
know.
How do you not know the word askew?
He just did not know it.
Hey,
And,
Hey,
and I
Kevin.
dare you to bring it up.
You should
Hey.
buy him one of them Tyrannosaurus books where he
Hey,
talks
listen to
about
me.
all the words.
The different versions
hey,
of it.
Kevin. Hey, you listen to me? Hey, Kevin. He just slap you upside the.
Man, at
freaking-
breakfast, dude, you can't even eat. He's just smacking you in the back.
It's amazing.
Eggs come
y'all
out of your
never
mouth
knock stuff out of your fork or whatever.
every time, all day long at Loretta's, man. He goes, "Hey,
Mother fulcrum,
Fulcrum, you man."
dude. I mean, all I know.
Y'all got to see Wes in all his splendor at
And but that was for a short
7:45 in the
burst.
mornings.
Yeah.
It was that way. He's wide open,
But
bro.
he was also announcing at Daytona, so we heard him in the background the
Yeah,
whole
he was
day.
extremely happy to be doing that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he should
Dude
be.
brings the top shelf energy.
He was great.
I mean,
Wes is
could you
built for that.
imagine how hard he sleeps each night?
Like a little baby that went hard all day and just
Yeah, and they
fell
just
asleep in the
crashed.
car as soon as his mom picked him up from Daytona. He just fell asleep. in
Mom
that. She wasn't out of the parking lot before he was
in the car
asleep.
seat. He was out.
Mom, can we stop? I'm at
6'2".
I want some nuggets. I need 85 nuggets.
Happy Meal, Mom.
10 of them.
Yeah.
His mom's still alive too.
Is he?
True story. His dad owned Jupiter Cycles down in Jupiter, Florida.
Oh, wow.
His cousin is Willie Manning, WMR.
Jupiter,
Yeah.
Florida? Mm-hmm.
Not the
a
planet.
much cooler story if it had been on Jupiter.
It's not.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine the walk-in customers you might get at Jupiter Cycles
Jupiter
in
Cycles.
Jupiter? So
Been like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Is Anderson
Reagan's.
done crashing? That poor guy.
That was
had
a bad
rough
weekend.
ass night.
It
I
was-
felt
listen,
bad for him, dude.
Dude, that was the most professionally clean takeout that Chase put on him. Like,
You really couldn't tell if he touched him or not.
I mean,
But you know he did.
He cleaned him out like he wasn't there. So
Yes.
like it was like super smooth. Put it himself.
I would be scared
Chase
to
put
mess with
himself
him.
in no danger.
Chase didn't even flinch. It didn't even disrupt anything.
No,
It disrupted Jason.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, I'll tell you,
he still was perfectly on the fulcrum of the motorcycle.
Backwards hat wearing Chase Sexton. That's a different dude.
That's a good dude.
He was all hat backwards the whole night. He was not messing around. So if he comes to the track with his hat backwards, everybody's in trouble.
They're getting it. But hey, you tangle with Jason.
No,
let's say-
they're fulcrumed.
yeah, they are. They're mother
His hat was fulcrumed.
If you tangle with Jason Anderson, though, are you a little nervous the whole rest of your life?
He said it like during that race. He was expecting it.
Yeah.
But he didn't say he didn't shy away from it. He had to do what he had to do, and he
did
knew it was
bump him
coming.
around. Jason did bump him a
Yeah,
little.
he got back into him the next turn.
But
2 turns
same
later.
thing. Nobody does it better than Jason. He's knocked a million people down.
There's a hits list of
Yes.
that Anderson that somebody just put out. It's remarkable. It
The
goes
dude
back
can
many
execute.
years.
Imagine
Yeah.
how good you're on a motorcycle just to do that.
You
No
got to
problem.
know.
You gotta be that
There's
fast,
certain
too.
things in life you have to know that it's coming, right?
Yes.
And he's done it. So it's like me with red lights. Like I got a ticket for a red light the other day, and I never stop at red lights. Like if there's nothing coming,
Never stop.
I
Man,
don't-
this
I-
crap's made up. There's not even
Bull
people
crap.
coming.
I'm about 50%. If there's nothing there, like there's a
Middle of the day, 2 in the afternoon, you're not stopping.
if there's nothing coming,
I've done that like late night, just whatever.
I run a red
no,
light.
if there's no one around.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Hey,
This cat's like on 41.
Yes.
Dude, I ran a red light.
School buses.
There's a place
Go
on
around that thing, yellow, blinking. light.
Macklin and Villarica that I've ran a red light 3 times in front of a policeman because I know they can't see whether my light's green or not. And they're sitting at the light, and I just go through just for the thrill of it. Don't get a tip.
For
I'm
the
like,
thrill of it.
I just ran another light.
Dude, I'm just
So-
an adrenaline junkie, bro. I got to do something.
Anyway,
or else-
when I was on my way to Ichikani for a qualifier, and the red light on Highway 120 to South Marietta, it was red.
That's a busy one, though.
Okay, but it was early in the morning on
Oh,
Sunday,
yeah,
so there's
okay.
nobody coming. So I don't even slow down. You know what I mean? I just put a blinker on and I roll right through it. And the flash went off, and I was like, shit. I got a ticket. They had a camera. You know, it was a red light camera.
Yeah, those
whatever.
are happening way more often too.
So I did get a ticket
I
for
bet
that.
Nick's in the thing going,
Yes. he's
No,
got all
listen,
kinds
but
of
you know how
poses.
when you get a red light ticket, it'll say the light was red for 7.4 seconds.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So
it
that
goes
way
down
it's,
to.
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
shit.
like the red light was red
3
for
minutes, 22
six-
seconds.
4 minutes, 16 seconds. Is what it
Okay, well
said.
then you got to go through that, right?
Well, I never slowed down. I don't know. I just went through it.
I know, but if it's 4 minutes, you think it's malfunctioned.
Yeah.
So that'd be my play. I'd be like, look,
That
dude, I
might be a
waited
good
4
argument.
minutes.
I
You just
think-
gave me the information.
I wanted to call in
Yes.
and see if that was the record because that was pretty long. Like nobody
Man,
else.
I guarantee I'm a
Let's
champ.
give it up for Nick Blackmon
It
here.
might be the only thing I won that day.
That's
and
a
so
champ, dude.
True.
then I got the ticket, and the ticket was only $70. So I figured
All day long.
that like cost me 0.07 of a cent because I run so many red lights at $70.
Yeah, if you break it down on a per run red light charge.
Like if you break them down,
for you.
it cost me
you.
like
Dude, that's
$7.
why you've needed all these dry erase boards.
Yeah, I go like there's 2 red lights on my way to the gym every morning. I run every single morning of my life. I've never made
It's
those
just
lights.
good practice. You know, like a safe strategy.
Hey, have any of you ever put a laser helmet on your dumb head?
A laser helmet.
Those piece of
Oh,
shit.
laser.
Just a laser
The
ass.
brand name is Laser.
I think the dirt bike kid wore a laser helmet.
Yeah, probably. I remember that
What a
logo. Hell,
hor-
Rick Mellon didn't he?
He did wear a laser. Those are horse shit helmets. Those make me angry. A
They carved
Biaffi,
the
a laser
prototype out of
helmet.
wood.
I'll tell you what. I'm sorry. Those LS2s are freaking hideous. Those
Yeah.
Aero helmets are hideous. They're like that long.
You're
They're
gonna
like,
make Randy Daniel mad.
I know.
I got an LS2 right now. That,
Tony Carolla.
Robbie left at my place.
Don't do it, man.
He bought it to go ride, and we went one time. He bought an LS2.
Listen,
I don't even
you
know
got an
what this is.
LS2
And it's
or an
at my-
Aero because you got a great deal on it.
It's at my shop. I literally put it when I was taking all that stuff to donate today. It was in all that stuff.
And
so I just took
rate
and
it
put
1 to 10.
I mean, I didn't. The padding didn't feel real good from just my hand.
I'm talking about looks. I ain't talking about what it.
I don't know what
it
an
didn't look
LS2
terrible.
is. I don't know.
It,
About
did, it
this.
didn't look terrible. I don't think.
Arrow. Can you not grab some sort of Euro sense about yourself for a split second and
Aero,
just
what are you digging?
Tony?
Aero?
Not at all. I'm trying to save Randy Daniel from coming off the road and wanting to kill us because he's going to buy
Probably
one.
lose a sponsor for this. And I know they're probably great helmets. I'm sure
I think they're good helmets. Yeah, nobody's questioning that. We can hate
like a TLD or a Bell.
We can hate the shape. It's okay. I don't think there's a. No
there was a
judgment.
time when Araya, I think, was Wyndham in one for a minute. I was like, oh, like
Once
Araya
they
was
were-
bitching, and then they weren't bitching.
Yes.
When Wyndham was wearing that thing with the big hole in the front, and
Yeah,
it just
man.
didn't
Remember
look good.
Araya had the helmet with the
bolt-on
mouthpiece.
mouthpiece.
Yeah, there was bolt.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
See,
well,
Stanton
that
made
was
all
where it started.
Stanton made all that.
Billy
look
Lyles
great.
had it before then.
Yeah, but
Stanton,
I'm saying it looked good on a like Stanton.
I had one. I had 3 of those.
I got tons.
He gave us his old man gave us 3 of Billy Lyles' helmets. All 3 of the number 7. I went to Wild Horse Creek and I had Kawasaki canvas mechanics pants, a Kawasaki jersey, and a Billy Lyles helmet, and I rode BMX.
Freaking that was
BMX on my
heavy.
DG. Oh,
Your helmet was heavy,
was
but
way
it doesn't
heavy.
matter.
Do you
That
have
was-
those helmets anymore?
it burnt. No, I did. It burnt it in the fire.
Because if you had 3 number 7 helmets, that like the way you got these hanging,
It would look
if you had
amazing.
3 7 helmets, it would look cool to have them
You
like
know,
stacked on
there
top
was a
of one
guy
another.
named Grits and Gravy that once rolled 77 sevens in a row, and he won the World Series of Dice and bought his mom a Cutlass and spent the rest on PCP.
Well, at least
Is
he's
that a real story?
That's a real story.
at least he.
What?
Grits and Gravy, Kansas City.
Let's give it up for
Missouri.
grits and gravy on the main
how many he
stage.
rolled 7,
77 sevens in a row.
77 sevens.
77 lucky 7s in a row.
And that's why he bought his mama a Cutlass.
God bless him.
And so,
You know how you
well,
do.
at least he only wasted the Cutlass money.
Yeah, PCP,
PCP was
a
much
good
needed.
investment.
All right, you guys want to give Levi
I
a
spent
call?
the rest on PCP. You have to have seen this.
I got a
I've not.
PCP loan during COVID.
Yeah, you did. They paid out a lot of PCP loans. It's like, here, man, I know you're short on your PCP funds.
I just didn't get that. Why would I want a loan for PCP?
PCP of all, isn't that like outdated? Don't people do other
Yeah, like
drugs?
barbiturates,
Yeah.
uppers,
Yeah.
downers. Do you remember hearing like the names?
Barbiturates.
Barbiturates and PCP. What else?
Angel
LSD,
dust.
angel dust.
So,
No.
dude, let's
Heroin
Somebody
has stood
other
the
day
test
that
of
got
time.
caught- Okay, so
Heroin's hanging tough.
heroin is
It's-
hanging tough.
Cheers, props to
You don't
heroin.
even know
yo.
with drug dealers anymore. Like
how do you get it?
Can
Can you get it on Amazon?
But it's people you don't expect. Like,
Amazon for
No,
there was a guy that got caught.
Marijuana sticks.
that I know.
You
like,
smoked the marijuana sticks. My dad would say that. You
Yeah.
ain't smoking that marijuana
He
stick.
got
are you?
caught selling heroin, and he was a dentist for 12 years. Like
There's not enough money in the
and he was
dental
sold
field.
heroin.
Can't,
I
we're
don't know.
trying over here to make
Dang,
it.
the rich get
hey,
richer.
I'd known that guy for 12 years. I had no idea he was a dentist.
Dang.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
yes, exactly. Nick, you stupid idiot.
Stevie Childress.
Look,
That's who it
dude,
was.
all I know is I was a little kid, and they put me in some swim lessons with this dude named Muscle Mike.
At Vico Beach.
No,
Muscle
Mike.
we went
Muscle
to
Mike, I'm gonna teach you how to swim.
He
Swim,
mixed us
kids.
up in
Swim, bitch.
Swim.
a
You
green
gonna die.
Econoline van,
Hell
and we're
yeah.
coming through the Marietta Square,
White van
and
with
he's got his
candy.
buddy. No, it was
Swimming
green.
lessons. That sounds really weird.
It was green, and his buddy goes, "Hey man, you see them hubcaps?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's just like the ones we're missing." And the passenger, Muscle Mike's buddy, jumped out and stole the
Bicep Bill?
hubcaps out of the window. I don't know his name.
Legs Lenny came over there and he was like, Forearm Frank said, "Oh
Legs.
fuck,
His name was Legs Luther.
Legs."
It was Muscle Mike, Legs Luther.
Bicep
Forearm
Benny.
Frank.
I said Benny, forearm
But
Frank.
dude, there's a van load of kids, and they stole 4 hubcaps out of the window of a hubcap place. And then we go to the
dick move.
swimming pool, and they don't tell us anything. They just start chunking kids in the water.
Swim.
And then when I come up, he's like, "Dude, you were swimming with one arm." And I'm like, "You didn't tell me anything, man. I didn't even know you were going to throw me in." Like, it was full on panic. It's a miracle
That's how
I
you
lived.
get taught to swim,
Hey,
son.
But here's what he said. He goes, "Hey, if you kids end up getting to where you can't swim and you're all down on life, we'll give you guys some angel dust, and that way you'll be able to fly."
He didn't say that
I
for real.
swear to you. It was like 12 years later. I'm like,
I don't
I
know
hear
what
about
angel dust is.
and I go, "That's what Muscle Mike said to us."
Yeah, you thought it was
Come
something.
on,
He was
Frank.
like, "Man, I've been to
And
church.
legs.
I've
What
been
a
to
great
church my whole
story.
life, and nobody even told me I could get angel
You just
dust."
get sprinkled with angel dust.
And you can fly again.
I got sprinkled at a Methodist.
Dude, think about that.
Totally did. Yeah.
Muscle Mike and his dang cohorts.
You would have walked on water then.
Legs Luther and Forearm Frank.
Bicep Benny, Legs Luther.
Damn.
Muscle Mike is the real name of this dude. And my
Chest
brother's
Charlie.
over there. what was his last name? I'm like, I don't know.
I'll
man.
throw
His name-
5
'cause
gallons
my brother
of water.
immediately knew
I'll
him.
kill him.
Chest Rockwell.
Dude, my mom's 85th birthday was this week, so we all went over there and ate. And I'm sitting there the whole time my brother's talking, and I'm going, man, Kevin and Nick want to meet this dude so bad. And I'm just sitting there listening to him talk, and I'm like, I do not want them to meet him.
He doesn't listen to our show, obviously.
He's sitting there going, I dare a son of a bitch try to break in my damn house. There's 4 sets of balls in this house. 2 on me and 2 on my old lady. Try her, you son of a bitch. Break in. You'll see she got bigger balls than all of us. And I'm sitting there. He's sitting next to his 85-year-old mom.
I like that he's progressive enough to like brag about his trans wife.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm like,
He's way more progressive than I thought.
he's like, ain't nobody gonna rob me. Nobody. He's saying all that. I'm like, dude, you're getting robbed. Muscle Mike and Legs Luther.
They'll
or
sprinkle
whatever.
some damn PCP angel dust on you.
Knock some angel dust on you. and you'd
Sprinkle
be
some
out-
crack on him.
He'd be out there jumping off the back porch, and they're like, "Oh, cool, the
That'd be
house is
so
open."
awesome if you just told the kid that at communion when they sprinkle you and stuff
That's angel dust. They told us not to ever do this. All right, let's call Levi Kitchen. I've got to call this guy.
I love communion, man. They sprinkle that angel dust on you.
He's telling the story later because it's you hear that as a kid. It's true.
I nearly drowned
Here we go.
at swim lessons.
I did too, Holmes.
My-
I swam with one arm.
Dude, I remember I was bouncing
Crank
up
that
out
volume,
the bottom of the
Kev.
pool.
Trying.
Run it up on the board there. Now we're cooking.
Hello.
Levi, welcome to Winners Take Y'all. We are live. Don't cuss.
We really don't care.
You can cuss, actually. We don't care.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
We're trying not to cuss though.
Yeah, trying to clean it up, man. We want to get that big
I gave
sponsorship
that up for Lent.
from CBS, man. CBS
I
is
don't
looking
blame
at
you.
us.
There you go.
Hey, what lake are you on? Where are you at? East Coast, West Coast, Pacific Northwest?
East Coast. I'm on Lake Harris in Florida.
Weather's nice. Are you guys wakeboarding? Or you just cruising around fishing? What are we doing?
No, I'm just fishing. Yeah, the weather's good. It's like probably 80s, but sun's starting to set now. So yeah, it's nice out here.
So it's kind of romantic.
Dang. Good for you.
He's like, this guy's weird.
Are y'all
man."
catching anything?
Yeah, we've got a couple. Got a little competition going on with my girlfriend and her dad, and I'm winning right now.
Yes.
Boom.
Hey, is that water like
I gotta be
brackish
winning.
kind of Florida water, or is it the crystal clear? Like, what are we dealing with?
It's pretty dirty water. Like
Yeah.
it's not real clear.
Sometimes it looks like Coke, like Coca-Cola or something. When you're
Oh yeah, yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
That's when the
Yeah.
alligator gets you.
alligator.
You
Oh, it
call
does seem like an alligator would be in those
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
waters.
Not a big alligator guy, man.
We just seen a massive alligator a little bit ago.
Dude, those
Did you?
things are from dinosaur era. Like,
They are dinosaurs.
they don't even look like they should be a current like animal.
No,
Living
there are
thing,
some
that
animals
was
that trip me
crazy.
out. Like today, I'm literally, and this is a true story, not 4 hours ago, I'm watching TV, and out of nowhere, a 3.5 foot tall peacock to my left goes, rah, and just hits the glass in my house, and I about shit my
peacock?
pants. A all white, massive ass
An
dinosaur.
albino.
100%. I took pictures of it. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing in my yard? Never
Wait,
seen that.
it's an all white
All white.
peacock.
100%. I got
That's an
pictures of it.
albino peacock,
Yes.
dude. You need to shoot that. They're rare.
That is wild.
I don't think that's what you do, but it scared I was like, what is
Dude,
that?
imagine that just hits your window. I mean, you're thinking like somebody's breaking in.
That's what I thought. And it was all white. I didn't want to, you know how you see something, you're like, oh, I really don't want to look because I don't want to know what that is. I'd rather just go away.
Well, I heard the other day that some people were saying that like peacocks, ostrich, chickens are like the most closely related to dinosaurs.
There you go.
And I get that, except for in that argument that a freaking alligator, a crocodile, or a Komodo dragon is a dinosaur.
It is. It looks
Dude,
like it.
scary
For
Yes.
sure.
For sure.
Well, what are y'all fishing for? We'll get back to our actual guests instead of us talking.
Yeah.
We're just fishing for bass.
Oh, right on.
We do talk about dirt
Doing some
bikes sooner or later.
We do, but like I like getting into other stuff. Like we had Michael Mosman on. We went right in, like last week, we immediately went into chicken wing recipe. And it was epic. We had people,
Oh, really?
they hit us
People
back
tried
up
it, yeah.
and they tried his recipe. It was delightful. The kid, you ever talk much to that guy? He's pretty, like, I think you're pretty clever. And I realized that. I think it was like when you came up to the tower at Loretta's, the old tower, and you were super funny.
Yep.
I was like, man, he's really funny. I never had a chance to go much one-on-one with you, man. I enjoyed that. So you can probably go toe-to-toe with Michael Mosman.
Oh yeah, yeah. Michael's a really good dude. and I feel like he's a super humble kid, which is cool, and yeah, good rider too.
Hey, so you always seem to do something with your hair. What are we thinking? Let's fast forward a little bit to outdoors. Like, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but like, what are we thinking?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm gonna do something for sure.
Perm?
The leopard print looked good,
Leopard
but
spots. Yes, that was very realistic.
You were responsible for more kids
Doing that.
leopard printing their head
Yeah.
than anything.
but
I've
they
ever
were
seen.
dorks. Like Levi pulled it off.
Oh, this dude's
Yeah,
winning
you
motos,
pulled
dude.
it
yes,
off. Yeah.
he pulled it off.
But I saw kids from like 4 to 14.
I did see an outbreak of this.
Yeah, like Thunder Creek. Like,
yeah.
there's kids wearing those things out, which is nuts.
yep.
All right, well,
Yeah, so I don't really know what I don't know what design I'm gonna go for, but
Maybe like
I'll do
a
something fun.
Zebra.
old powder wig like the forefathers.
Like a Congress, like a
George
George
Washington.
Washington or a
dude, if you
Congress.
broke out like a legit white powder wig, like what in the hell
What? You take your helmet off.
Senator Levi Kitchen from the 12th state of Missouri?
Missouri.
Yeah, that would be wild.
That would blow some minds, man.
Powdered wig.
He's got to go to Parliament here as soon as this race is up.
How funny would it be that the Levi Kitchen brings back the powdered wig?
Dude, if you
And
do
like all of a
that,
sudden,
this guy moves the needle, man. That's a risky move.
some guy with a powdered wig shop in Delaware is like,
Thank you,
Hell
Levi
yeah.
Kitchen.
all of a sudden
Thank
his
you,
powdered
Levi
wig
Kitchen.
business just takes off.
Oh yeah.
Do you hate us right now?
I'm sure.
Is this one of these
I'm
things?
sure. I'm sure. Oh no. I was about to say. I'm sure a lot of kids burnt their scalps trying to make their hair.
Yeah.
I know from experience, my scalp burns every single time I do it. I have to do it. Like I have to bleach it twice to get it white. So
Yeah.
Dang.
it's a pain.
That is a
Dude,
lot
and
of
it
work.
was brilliantly white. That's what made those leopard spots pop.
Did you do it at home or
Yeah,
did you have
exactly.
somebody professionally do it?
No, just my girlfriend did it. We did it at home.
Wow. little sun in,
Yeah.
some brake cleaner. And
You get hate mail from moms that are like,
don't ever, like,
damn
yeah,
it, Levi, we
Yeah.
my kid looks like he's had leukemia now because he lost all his hair thanks to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to video it next time, like, because it's kind of a thing. But hey, so I guess you're healing up a little bit. Like, we're not going to get into your crash or whatever, but like in terms of just your general health, we're good, getting there.
Yeah. I actually today I was able to do my first run with
right
no
on.
pain, and I've been back in the gym. I've been cycling, so hopefully gonna hop on the bike probably next week.
sweet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I mean it's been a really good recovery so far, and yeah, then we'll just take it from there, depending on how I feel. See what the team wants to do. As far as if they want me to come back for any races in Supercross or just get ready for outdoors.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's been actually relatively easy.
Yeah, good.
Are you a dude that can watch like your crash or somebody else's crash? Because I'll see some of Ken Roxon's, and I will turn my head away. I
don't want to see
I'm in the
anybody.
fire business, and I see broke this and that and other. But man, I've seen that so many times. I cannot stand seeing Ken crash or your crash. I don't want to watch that. So, can you see your stuff and be like, oh, no big deal?
I mean, there's at times, like right away, it definitely bothered me a little bit to watch, but now it's not as bad. But I am that way with others. Like, I don't know if I've ever really watched Ken's crash.
Good for you.
That's a smart move. That's a good life choice.
Yeah, Faulkner's same with his. I couldn't stand to watch that.
I hate them. I hate when they.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
if,
circle
sucks.
away.
if you're
from
watching
this.
the race and you like see one and they start to replay it, I'm like, nope. I'm
Yep,
out.
nope.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I crashed and broke my shoulder and had a plate and 8 screws. And I could probably watch that 900 times because it was the biggest, sissiest,
Yours was actually funny.
dumbest crash ever. So
First gear.
first gear, walking speed. I could hear John talking
I'm
behind me.
talking, unfortunately.
I heard him. So
We're having a big conversation
And
about
I swear, I thought Kevin was going to pop up and be totally fine, like it was going to be funny, and then he was just laying there going,
I threw up in my mouth a little bit, and it was like, holy cow! Like,
Yeah.
that's probably my first broke bone. It's pretty for me. I was like, okay,
There's
this is
several breaks.
pretty
There's
radical.
all kinds of pieces floating
let's-
around.
Hey,
let's circle
we
away
thought we
from-
cured him too. I gave him 4 Advil and told him he was going to be okay.
Yeah, he
Oh,
goes, look.
Advil's a lifesaver.
Yeah, he goes, look, man, Kevin,
He goes, you're moving around a lot better.
You're moving good.
Literally, we stopped at a store on the way to get X-rays. He goes, see, you're getting around. I don't think it's broken. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. You immediately know when you do something, though, right? Like, your body, like, this is not right.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I would imagine,
definitely know
Levi,
right away.
like growing up where you're kind of from, some of those rivers and stuff, there's probably some decent fish in. Is that something you like to do as a kid growing up, or is this
Oh yeah.
you're just in the land of the lakes down there?
No, I mean I've been fishing since I don't even know, before I can remember. So I started out like just doing a lot of fishing with my dad, and then some of my later year, like in high school and stuff, I would just do a little bit of school in the morning and then go drive and fish rivers with some of my friends, mainly fly fishing. So that's like my fly fishing is probably what I'm into the most. But now that I live in Florida, like, I mean, I have bought plenty of bass rods and I got a nice bass boat and everything. So
right on.
Hey, talk about your, like, I remember announcing you, my first real, when you really kind of made it known to me that you were quick, was that Mammoth, and you were tooling around on the 125, and I was like, this kid's really good, and you stayed on the 125. In my opinion, I was like, man, I think he's on this thing too long, but yet you just had an interesting route to get to where you wanted to be. Like the 125, I just didn't think that was going to be something. You stayed on it like a year or two longer than I thought. Yeah,
no, I definitely, my whole career was like the long game. I feel like, I mean, I was 17 on a Super Mini and I was 19 on a 125. So, you see kids winning at that age, or already going pro or whatever. So for me, it was definitely weird, but I'm very grateful just because I lived a completely normal life. Like I graduated high school, stayed at home, worked for my dad as an electrician for a little bit, and then started training after that. And then I started winning and got a ride got the star ride when I was 20. So, I got to, it's not like I missed out just having a regular life with friends and stuff. So I feel like that's beneficial because a lot of kids, they miss that whole
they
step
give
of their
everything
life.
up. I wish this was really the story of how pros became pros.
Yeah, you might be one of the last guys since Dungy that did it without MTF or a training facility and starting at a prodigal age or whatever. Like that's a different way of doing it.
I like that.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything growing up.
No, and there's, I'm really close with LeBlanc, and we're still really good friends, and that's pretty much part of the reason he wanted to be done was he wanted to move home and, just have more of a normal life, I would say. And, he didn't get to experience that at a younger age. Like most people do, I would say, is they're just kind of start training around, 10 years old now. So, it was definitely a little bit different, but it worked out. I mean, you can't, unfortunately, a lot of people try to do that, but it's hard to do, I feel like, at times.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have just burned out? Like if you would have had to miss all your high school stuff and race, train, would you have just probably been over it at a certain point? Or do you think it kind of has played into your favor? Starting as late.
I definitely would have been burnt out, I would say. I would say, sorry if there's noise. I don't know what.
Nope.
No,
we don't
you're
hear
clear as
it.
a bell, man.
I definitely think if I'd started training when I was 10, I would have been over it at a young age, just because I wasn't mature enough to know, once pretty much right as I matured more into a man, I guess you could say, was like when I started training and I actually wanted it. Whereas when I was 10 years old, it would have just, for me, my parents would have wanted it more than I would have probably. I definitely think I did it in a good way. Like I'm happy and I'm glad that my parents stuck with me and they didn't force me ever. Like my dad would pretty much ask me every year, do you want to quit? And I actually did quit for about a year on a 65.
Wow.
And then
when you were like 16.
Exactly right. No, I think I was like 13 at that time or 12. Or no, I would have been maybe
7, 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah. Somewhere in
there. They
there.
ran a loose program up in the Northeast,
What
apparently.
is the age? Is it 7 to 11?
7, 11, yeah, I think
65?
7 to 11.
Yeah, and then 12, 13,
so I guess
14, 15.
I was probably 11 or 12.
22.
But yeah, I quit. and then got back into it.
It was the year of the fake birth certificate, so he could ride at 65.
The Dominican
So he could
shortstop,
keep
Levi
riding.
Kitchen.
Levi Kitchen from Dominican Republic.
That's
on a
weird.
65.
Wow, that's weird. Training out MTF.
Yeah, right.
That's so wild.
Yeah, I don't hate all that. I mean, I think it's
Somebody
good.
catch a dog out there?
He caught a dog.
There's a big old dog in a canal, or we're in a canal right now.
I just
Hey,
think
Brooke,
it's
why don't
good.
we?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Check 'em.
Oh no, you're fine. I was telling my girlfriend to turn the boat around and go back up that way.
No, we like it.
Get away from the dog.
We're
No,
not your
it's
normal
fine.
interview. This stuff is entertaining.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
like all this.
I love hearing the dog. That's,
But I mean, what gets
Maybe-
a 65 rider squared away quicker than, hey man, you can quit, and then they do, and then by the time you're asking for it again, it's all new. It's like priorities are a little more in line, and
Yeah,
you wish you wouldn't have taken the time off. All the things that kind of
well,
create.
then you
motivation.
miss
Exactly.
riding your dirt bike, like
Yeah,
It's more natural, huh?
yeah, for sure. And then I was able to realize like I wanted to do it, and that even happened, again when I was 19 and I moved away to Louisiana finally and started training at Real Deal with my old trainer Rob,
Yep.
who's now my practice mechanic. But anyway,
I like Rob. He's been around, man.
yeah, even then, oh yeah, he's awesome. And even then, it was like, that was about the time I realized I wanted to try to do it, and I ended up, kind of making it happen. It was cool.
I like that route though. I'm like
It's
John
unusual.
said, I like that because by the time you're 19, you're doing that. You got a chance to mature. You got a chance to get a little bigger and stronger.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I know it's
Easy
it
to
was
get caught up
16
and
it
go,
was 18,
if you're not
it's-
doing this at 16, if you're not
Yes.
this guy at 17, like, man, that
Yeah.
it's easy to get caught
I know
up.
that's the thing. An athlete is a better athlete at an older age in a lot of ways.
I mean, Justin Cooper proved that. He was kind of a later,
Yeah, he was
addition.
the same way.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
so why did you move? And I don't know. I mean, you can answer this or not, but like moving from Star, a proven, wonderful motorcycle, great team. Like, why did you go from there to Kawasaki? Fresh start, new habitat. Like, what was your justification?
Green's your
from-
favorite color. It's had to be something.
Maybe from the Pacific Northwest.
No, I just left Star because I wanted to be on my own and have more freedom. So I just, when I signed with Star, I had to move away from Rob and move away from all the people that were around me, and moved to California for a little bit. And then they moved to Florida, and so I still kept in touch with Rob and stuff like that. And I was just, when contract season, when that time came around, I was like, let's get back together, whatever. And obviously he'd been waiting for that phone call. So, yeah, I just first I asked Star if I could make that work with them. Unfortunately we weren't able to. If you're kind of on that team, you need to be, in Tallahassee, and, which is understandable. They created that whole entire facility and stuff. So, but with Mitch, he was totally open to let me do my own thing. So, that's pretty much why. And, yeah, I mean, it worked out. I'm able to, have the people around me that I really want. And I think that made a big difference.
Star makes up like 25% of the population in Tallahassee now, I think, right?
I think so, with their mechanics and
yeah,
family.
the family. And
Pretty much.
312 riders, the mechanics and families.
I
and all
mean,
that.
like,
Yeah.
tell me about that dynamic, because I mean, for some people it works great. For some guys, they're like diligent
like the
enough.
stopwatch, no matter what.
No,
Or what do you
I'm just
say?
saying like that environment where you have to be accountable to the team. We all show up, we do this, we do that, we leave. Or you're kind of a solo guy. You got your own program going. Like, what is the difference? What's good about the team environment? What's better about what you got going on? Talk about the change or the differences between the two.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to the type of person you are. And, there's people that need that structure. I mean, everybody needs structure. I need it too, but I have it in a different way now, I would say. And yeah, there's people that either need it that way, fairly black and white, and need to ride with people, and do it that way. And then there's people, I guess you could say like me, or Eli Tomac, who can ride by himself and trust in his own program enough to win. Same with, like I mean, I guess quite a few people, Chase and Jet and Ken, and they all kind of do their own thing. And yeah, I think it just depends, what you like to do, because it works for some people, and then there's other people that it may burn you out. And that's kind of the point where I was getting to, was I knew if I stayed doing what I was doing, I was losing the kind of the love for the sport. So
do you for me, like I could see the good and bad of it. I would like to know where I stack up. Like if there's 18 guys that I can ride with at Star, and I'm like, all right, I'm pretty much one of the top 3 guys here. But if you're out by yourself, like you don't know until it's like, all right. But I guess if you know yourself well enough, you can rise to the occasion. I don't know, man. It's just a weird dynamic to go from solo to a team atmosphere.
I liked being just where I am now, because like when I was at Star, there was plenty of days I was the fastest guy, but then, Jay Coop would smoke me on the weekend or whatever. And then it's almost like, I think of it as like false confidence is better than none at all. And when I was back at Real Deal as an amateur, I was kind of the main guy there, and there wasn't a ton of people there. I mean, there were some good kids, but we were all the underdogs. And I would come to these races and have no idea how good I was. And then I wouldn't really have the pressure. And then I would go and perform. And that's kind of how I feel now. Like when I ride by myself, as long as I feel good, I could be slow. I could be super slow. But in my mind, if I feel like I was ripping that day, then I'm going to go into the weekend and be like, I'm the baddest guy there is.
So, I mean, the mental, I'm so fascinated with the mental side of it. Like some guys like Chad Reed would qualify 6th and would win that night if he got the whole shot. Like, how do you do that? You have a lap time that says you are 1.2 seconds slower than 5 guys in front of you, yet you can overcome that mentally with a start and just say, all right, here we go.
Yeah, the qualifying thing's weird, because even I'm a little bit like that. I mean, it's gotten better, but I don't even want to know what my average qualifying is. It's probably like 10 or 8. But when you I don't know, when the night show comes around and everything, like the track's a little bit different, and 15 minutes is a lot different than, a 1-lap sprint. So I don't know, it's just kind of a different mindset. And I think you start to realize qualifying it's important if you think it's important, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Hey, for sure.
But I remember plenty of, the funniest one was Colorado, my first ever moto win. I think I qualified 18th that day, and then I went out first moto and I won. It was the only time I beat Jet in outdoors, and I was so excited. But I qualified terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that shows. That shows confidence. You know what I mean? Like that shows confidence.
Shows something. I don't know what it is, and it's fascinating.
A lot of people have another gear when it's moto time or actual race time. You can't muster that in practice. Sometimes.
No, yeah, you kind of shut your brain off when you go racing.
Yeah. Do you guys go and do like stuff during practice and qualifying? Like you're like, there's no way in hell I'm doing this 18 times.
Well, like jump.
Yeah, like the intensity.
So that's another. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's another thing. It's like I know pretty much every time somebody does a rhythm in qualifying, and I just simply am too much of a pansy sometimes, or I just don't think the risk is worth it, where I won't do it because I know by the main event you're not even going to do it.
It's like too rutted out.
It happens so many times. Yeah. So that's another thing. Sometimes I'm just safer where other people, they'll send that stuff no problem.
That's athletic maturity, man. I mean, you know better when to, if you can see the advantages of it and you're like, all right, it's going to take that. But if it's not going to take that, why subject yourself to that risk? I totally agree with that.
Do you remember the first time you ever got on top of whoops, like said, just closed your eyes and said, here we go?
Closed your eyes.
On what?
On whoops, like getting up on top of those dudes.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I crashed over and over again in those damn things. I remember
what
it was
age were you trying to do this?
What age was I trying to do what?
Trying to do whoops. Like when were you? Kevin's talking about the first time you
like
really
the first time you get up.
So I was on Star and I'd have been 21.
Okay.
And yeah, it was. I remember. No, I was 20. And shoot, I think I was doing decent in them. Then I got an AC separation, healed up, went back hit the whoops again, broke my hand. And then that next off season broke my scapula in them. And then no, I was. I've tried to tell people that, like people coming up that'll ask me, I'm like, unfortunately, you're gonna have to crash a couple times in those things before you.
Oh.
And there's such a leap of faith that, like, the first time.
That's why I said just go up with your eyes closed, and because I'm going to eat shit, and let's just see how you get to the end of them. You're like, whoa. And I would just overshoot a berm because I'm like, I wasn't expecting to even be here at the 9th one.
Yeah, no, it's definitely scary.
So like Daytona's whoops were so damn big this year. And I was sitting there with Ryan Holiday watching practice. He goes, they're going to chop those things off. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
God dang, they were good. Like, if you could do whoops, I'm sure you're like, please leave them. And if you can't, or if you're not super proficient, you're like, please knock these things down. Like, do you remember any chatter?
Yeah. Do I remember what?
Any kind of chatter in the pits about, hey man, we need to knock these down? Or do you think the track crew just kind of said, all right, we're gonna fix this?
I don't remember if there was any chatter about them, but I know in my eyes, I wanted them at least knocked down a little bit because they were, the problem was they were so dry and slippery. So, I mean, they probably would have, for me, might have been a little bit of an advantage because I'm somewhat decent in them and I'm tall. But we just saw a massive gator.
Really?
See?
Way to maintain your composure.
Dinosaurs.
Screw that.
But I came around in qualifying too, I think it was, and I was like, damn, these whoops are tiny now.
Wow.
Does that make you appreciate what little tiny Ricky Carmichael could do in some whoops? That dude was like 5 foot.
Yeah, he was impressive.
The idea, this is something that, you're in the sport and we're dorks and follow the sport, that like people that just watch with the naked eye, like when you're talking about their slick or traction, like you're going through, like you're on top of them, you're going through so fast. Like most people are like, what do you mean you need traction going through the whoops? Because it looks like, it to the naked eye, it looks like there's nothing happening except you're slamming or skating across the top of them.
Your tire's in the air more than it's
only touching for probably 4 inches
so
of
if
each
it
whoop.
slips when it touches, that's not good.
But you know what I mean? Like most people would never get the physics of that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Part of the reason you shift up is to try to capture that curve because the tire's in the air.
Can you tell impending doom when it's like when you miss a whoop, you're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. When you miss one, you immediately let's just say your butt puckers quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you got enough feel where I bet, and you're just like, oh, that was close.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, that's the difference. Is enough experience, you understand what to do, but when you're just starting out, you have not a clue what to do. And normally, people's first reaction is they get back, and then it's game over because then you miss another one, and then you're going for a ride.
Which is the natural thing to do would be to
front end
try to distance yourself from the impending doom.
Yes.
But
just jump off the motorcycle.
I'm sure it took a while to get something's going wrong. I got to put my head closer.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, do you have a gut feeling, Levi, that whether the team will ask you to do a Supercross or two, or do you have a gut feeling that you'll probably just prepare for outdoors? I mean, any indicators?
I really am not sure. I mean, it just depends how I feel on the bike. I mean, if it really just depends how. I mean, I didn't take too long off of training. I've been cycling since last week too. So I'm not really sure. I mean, part of me wants to just get ready for outdoors and come into that really strong. But then a part of me also wants to, I feel the speed I found at Daytona won't be hard to get back to. And if that's the case, I feel like I can win, a couple races before outdoors comes around. And especially with these guys, I mean, you can kind of tell they're all in, I mean, they're not completely in championship mode yet, but some of them look that way to me. So, and they wouldn't worry about me if I was out front, and they're just going to worry about the guy who's in the points race with them.
Yeah. That's a good point. So you don't have a target on your back like you would round one.
No. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would just come in and try not to screw anything up, but try to make
drops.
Yeah. Just see how you
50
feel.
grand.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
Disruptor.
go.
I like that.
Is there any thought about, I don't know your situation, but SMX points I don't know what happens if you skip some Supercross races. You'll gather enough outdoors that it's no problem to do those final SMX rounds.
Yeah, I do know with SMX, if you win a race, you're automatically in. I believe that's how it works.
Yeah.
And I won Detroit by default, so.
Okay. So yeah, that's not a concern.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Let's talk about a second when you changed teams and you went to Kawasaki. When you make that move and you get a new mechanic, you go to, and you go in with Matty, do you guys hit it off right away? You had some pretty instant success,
So, funny story about Matty is he was around me at Star because he worked for Romano. And so I had already known him. And when I was, like with these team switches, people already know around this time fairly early. So like I already started talking to Matty and we had a relationship before that. So it is definitely a little bit different. It's a change, but yeah, for me, it was really easy. I could see how maybe other ones would be weird to adapt to, but me and Matty are similar in age and we kind of share the same interests. So it was fun.
He likes fishing too.
I don't know if he likes fishing, but
Deal breaker.
No, they just went and
we
did
like
Trust
going
Falls.
to the Lake Elsinore. We like going to the Elsinore Casino and gambling, playing blackjack. So I know he
There
likes
you
that.
go.
I just like you walking up first day. Do you like to fish? And he's like, not really. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, don't talk to me. You're
We're pretty
right.
much best friends right now.
Do you like to fish? Yes. Did we just become best friends?
Hell yeah. Let's put some bunk beds, man. Hey, let's talk about Motocross of Nations. I know that's a long way away. We are old as hell, so that race holds like a special place in our heart.
That race is special. Yes.
And it's coming to America, obviously.
yeah.
But like, I have to think there's going to be some dudes jockeying, if everybody's healthy, to get the call for that one being, right here.
Yeah, I would be honored to race Des Nations this year. We'll see just how everything goes.
Say that again, Des Nations, my man.
Thank you for
Yes.
knowing the proper pronunciation.
Motocross of Nations. No, it's always
Des
going to be Des
Nations, dude.
Nations. It's good for you. But anyway, back to your answer.
Yeah, I would be honored to race it, but we'll just have to see how outdoors goes, and if I can win some races and show that I'm the number one guy, then I'm sure the call will be easy. But there's obviously going to be a lot of guys there that are going to be good that they'll have their eye on. So
Is that something that's it's on your radar though, as a career goal though, Levi? Just in general.
oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to do
heck
that race bad.
That's awesome. I love that.
yeah,
I
and
like
I
the
even-
energy. I want you to want it.
Yeah, I want to do it on a 250 just as much as a 450, if I'm being honest. So we'll see.
I think there's something cool to being on a 250, especially with like somebody like you that's a fast guy.
There's been some incredible
capable of being-
performances.
being
They
up
don't really
there.
talk about the 450 performances. Somebody's dominant on 250, it gets talked about.
It's O'Mara, it's RV.
Yeah, you
it's
get talked about
Coop
forever.
stepping down to do it.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
It gets talked about.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like your chances of going on a 250 are actually almost harder than a 450 just because there's only one spot, and the 450 class there's two. So
Yeah, and a lot of times the team's success hinges on that 250 choice because
that 250.
if you've got a strong 250 rider, it's a lot easier to win.
Yes.
So how do you think you would do if you are, and how do you think the top 5 Europeans would do and the top 5 Americans would do if you got to do 5 rounds, pick your favorite 5 rounds of professional motocross in America? They have to do those, and you have to do their favorite 5 rounds of the GPs. Like, wouldn't that be a fun, just interesting science experiment?
10-round series.
Yeah, I mean,
5 over
That
here.
would be
5.
pretty crazy.
like, how do you, would you mix
They're
it
going to
up?
throw in Lommel
Yeah,
so they can try to kill all the Americans.
I feel like I would do decent at some, and then I'd get my ass kicked at others is probably how it would go. I know in the sand they would work me, but
Or the mud. I don't know how you are as a
Yeah.
mud rider. Seems like you might be good in the mud.
I feel like I'm pretty decent in the mud, but
Yeah. Probably rode a lot in the mud as a kid, right?
yeah,
I
that's
wonder.
all I had pretty much.
I just wonder, these guys, it seems like every European round's either muddy or sandy.
I
Is
know,
it ever
exactly.
perfect?
Sometimes it's super hard.
It sure doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, Italy, hard pack.
Are you a student of the sport? Do you watch some of the old races like in the 80s and 90s and just do you laugh and go, look at these guys, I would smoke them, or I got respect for them because it looks different. Like the whole presentation of the sport is different.
Yeah, I oddly enough, I don't really watch much dirt bike stuff. Like I feel like I watch my hobbies more than I watch my sport.
Balance.
Like I'll watch fishing and golf and stuff like that more than I watch racing. I mean, I watch the races on the weekends, but I don't go back and watch a whole lot.
What do you know? Who do you know about like previous champions and stuff? Like that's I think Kevin.
Like if Rick
Yeah, I mean,
Johnson were to shake your hand, you wouldn't diss him.
I'm fairly like educated with X riders, I would say. I mean,
Okay.
anywhere from basically Carmichael Stew era, was when I was starting to really watch. Sorry, there's a boat. It's going to be super loud going by me right here with a yapping dog.
It doesn't matter.
You got a
man.
great phone because we hear
Yeah, we're
nothing.
not
It sounds
worried
like
about
you're in a quiet, soundproof
chamber,
room.
yes.
I would never know you're fishing. He's caught 9 fish since he's been on the phone with us. We hear nothing.
I did hear him go for the net or something. I heard like a concentrated effort to reach for something.
Beating that alligator off his girlfriend.
Or the alligator got in the boat.
Fair enough.
I do think Levi.
No, my
that
girlfriend hooked one while we were on the phone. I was about to jump in and grab it.
Dude,
for her.
say whatever. Get involved.
Yeah, we don't
we
care.
love it.
We're good with
We're
all
halfway
that.
paying attention
Yeah,
ourselves.
we want you to send us a picture of the fish that she caught during the
Even
show.
better. If you catch one while we are chatting,
While we're doing
text
this,
me.
we will need a picture of that.
Yeah. No, I wish I could. I can't I'm trying to fish one-handed, but it's kind of I'm not
Sorry
super
we're
efficient
goofing
doing it
you
that
out.
way.
Even if whoever catches one or what you have on the boat,
the next one.
we need a picture of that.
It's going on our Instagram.
Yeah,
we have
we need
like
a
8
picture.
followers. So get
Yeah,
in
so
there.
just imagine.
All right, I need to catch one now.
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
But back to it was Stu and RC. Like before that, I don't know much, with McGrath and those guys. Like I know a little bit, but maybe more so because like my agent's Jimmy Button, so I know
Yeah.
a little bit about him.
Dude, you better. Jimmy's awesome. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, he was fast too.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was.
He got faster too. He was a like a mini cycle prodigy. He was one of the 5
Yeah.
fastest guys
On a Honda.
Period.
Jimmy
Yes.
Button.
Look him up. Like he's got some great Golden State stuff, like the Golden State Nationals.
Yeah.
He's all in that. But and Jimmy got better at the very end too. Like on his Yamaha with MC,
With
he
MC.
was winning races. He won some
Yeah.
Washougal. I think he won a Moto or 2.
I think he might have won the
might have
overall
overalled it.
at Washougal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that specifically when he
And
was
then he won Daytona.
right.
I think.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
He did
think-
get faster. He put up some results. Like
Yeah.
it was like all of a sudden
He was on that
results
GGY
got better.
Yamaha team, the 93, with the incredible answer gear. I've
And
always
then
told
one
him
year
about.
he
I
had
love
the
that
extreme gear.
Yep.
On that, all the
Yeah.
things.
We're
Jimmy
dorks.
Button. He
We're
was
dorks.
Special. He was a special looking
Love
guy
that.
just because he's long and lean and
Yeah, that's where my love of tall riders. I loved how tall Jimmy was, and from that point forward, that were my favorite. Like
they look different.
they look cool. Like Ricky looks, and it looked very workman for me. Ricky didn't have style, and like he will tell you that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, I think so. I think he did okay. It's funny when you go, I don't
Yeah.
really know much more than Ricky. I'm like, oh my God. I
I do
announced
think-
Ricky's entire career. I announced him as an amateur. That's nuts.
Yes, we're all
Old as shit.
No, I think it's important to know one thing about the history of the sport, though, is you can pick certain riders who had tons of natural talent, but they wouldn't do the work. I think it's good for you to know
Yeah.
that because talent will
Yeah.
get you pretty far, but being in shape with talent will get you way far.
And a great hairdo.
Way further.
And a
Yeah.
killer hairdo and like leopard spots, all
bass
that.
boat.
Leopard spot, powdered wig, a couple fish.
If this guy shows up at Bud's Creek,
Are you
go ahead.
Are you guys going to Loretta's again? I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Kevin-
Yeah, I
Kevin will
announced it.
stay
I've
there.
announced that since, me and Wygant and Wes Kane all started announcing Loretta's the same year at the same time.
2,
Oh,
3,
I
4.
remember. I remember
05.
you announcing for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna go out there again. It's fun for me to
Well, good.
go
Are there-
watch for a couple days.
Did Kevin ever make you mad saying something dumb about you?
Dude,
Like that's 90%
No
of
way.
his goal.
Oh no,
no way.
not at all.
I was-
I remember. I think Wygant was who gave me the chef name though, and it's stuck. I mean, I'm pretty much making money off the name he gave me. So
See, that's BS.
Exactly.
I guarantee
No,
it
it's
was
fine.
probably me and Wygant or me and Wes that gave it to you, but whatever.
and Wygant
And Weege
takes the
took
credit.
our hard work because we were nicknaming guys for years. Weege does one amateur race a year. and we did all of them.
And you made it
So
stick.
then maybe
Kevin.
it was you, Kevin. It might
Well, or Wes, but from Mini O's to Whitney and
Or Don
Oak Hill,
Collins, one of these
Mammoth,
dudes.
Freestone. We did all those, and we just comes in
Yeah.
for like
It
3
gets all the
motos and
credit.
Loretta's. Ooh, Mr. TV guy, whatever, dude. I'm not bitter. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I tell Weege, I'm like, man, I've been doing the same thing, and no way is that. I've elevated myself 0. Still do the same races.
Yeah.
But it's not about me, man.
He can
But you
take
had
your
fun.
nicknames. He can steal your thunder because he don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and he carries it all the way to the pros, and
Yeah.
look what I did.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whatever. He's a dick. Anybody catch a fish yet?
No, we're actually, it's sun setting and it's time to go 70 across the lake and go back to the launch before it gets
Well,
dark.
dude, let's let you go, man. Let's let you go. We talked a little bit about dirt bikes,
Tiny
a lot
bit.
about life.
A little fishing.
Yeah, a little bit about
Hey,
fishing.
you want to hear my sick motor startup though? I'll
Well,
do that.
hell
Let's see.
yes.
By God.
Is it a Mercury? What are we dealing with back there?
Suzuki,
Evinrude,
Yamaha.
Yeah, we got a Mercury 250.
Oh, hell yeah. My brother had a Merc 250 and it said Maverick on there with 3 aces on top. Not that he's a redneck.
Did it rip?
Yeah, hell yeah. It was it was the wrong size motor for the Ranger boat he had. It said
Oh, boy.
do not exceed like 200 horsepower and he had a 250 on there. And it would break the
Oh, yeah.
transom every so often.
Well, let's go.
Send her right back to flipping Arkansas. They warranted it about 3 times.
That's good.
Yes. Oh, it's real good.
Let that thing eat. Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth
Did
as
it pick it up?
glass.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuel injection.
All right. Well,
All
I'm
right.
gonna go. Hopefully, I don't crash this boat.
Send us a fish picture.
No, yes. Send us any picture.
you
All
Whatever.
right,
Hey.
I'll send you a picture of a fish.
All right. Do you catch or release, or you got a fish recipe that we need?
No, I just catch and release.
Right on.
Right on.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Good
being
luck.
on, Levi. Best of luck. Get healthy.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
See
it.
you,
Have a
man.
good night.
See ya.
Appreciate you, babe.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Love you.
You can't even argue when he's like, hey, I got to get back to the ramp.
Because it's dark.
Like, I bet you that's going to kind of become a thing. Hey, I'm fishing. So
Should be.
I might have to crank the boat in a minute. And when I do, I'm going to have to leave.
wow.
Y'all cool with that? So we asked
Hell
stupid
yeah, brother.
questions. And he's like, man, I got to really put this boat on the trailer.
Seriously, just what?
And nobody argues with that. It's
He's
kinda
in the
like
water
saying-
waist deep, still trying to hook up.
It's like if you call in sick to work, you got to throw something at them they can't argue with. That's why a lot of people have just millions of deaths in their family.
Yeah, my
Man,
great,
my
my
great
great,
uncle died. And you just be like, man, I can't argue with that. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, right. Your great uncle, get in
I
here.
better see them in the
You better
obituaries.
get in here and start working. Like, hey, man, I got to get my boat on the trailer. All right. It was good talking to you, Levi.
Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, I do like that he wants to ride for the Motocross to Nations.
I'm
I
here,
want these
like
dudes to
everybody.
have their hands
I want it to be
raised.
important because and everybody we've talked to, it's coming. Like Pierce Brown
Well,
to
of
Levi
course
to-
this year. But I'm hoping it
no,
starts
but even
a
before
turn
when
of
it
the
when it
tide.
wasn't here, like when it was wherever overseas, they wanted to do it.
I just couldn't imagine being a top professional and not having that on my radar.
I mean, I know the SMX, I know Supercross, motocross, all that stuff is
It pays.
it's challenging.
I know we're going, but if I know it's going to be back in France next year, and then we don't really know. Do you know the next
Destinations,
year?
brother.
D's nations.
20. So that'd be 26. Then
and
27. There was talk of an Italian,
What if we?
and I wanted that to be 26.
if
and
it's in Latvia,
That's gonna be tough. We got
are we safe to go? I mean, do we have to
does
like?
anyone truly know our faces?
Well, the Latvia guys we took pictures with, they might know.
What if we bought a ton of lumber or something? Like,
no. You just wear a bunch of Latvia shit.
oh, we go.
Very
covert.
good, Latvia. Very nice. I like.
See, I can't do all these sounds.
Very
Like,
good.
Just don't say
Accents.
anything. He's not to talk. His tongue is gone. He
Still,
steal. He take his tongue.
No, I can't do any of those voices.
I saw those Latvia
voice.
That's why you don't
guys,
talk.
and let me tell
That's
you
a
something.
good one.
John's not passing for Latvia.
Hi,
How many redheaded Irish
Hello, y'all.
Latvians?
How's your doing?
Y'all, how is your doing? Yeah, dude.
Everybody
I like
was,
the grits.
They were,
Hey,
what?
none of them had red hair, and they were all tall. They
No.
were big dudes. All of those guys we
Yeah,
saw,
yeah.
they were all big
they're way
guys.
bigger.
I
than
like
me.
to mess. I like to have kisses with the
I
Irishman.
feel totally stupid that
I'll have sex with the Irish boy.
that I said I'm going every year unless it's in some shithole country. Like,
It's coming.
dude,
One time.
I Googled the hell out of Latvia after I said that. It's nice, man. Like,
Don't try to back up now,
Why
dude.
would I
But Kevin,
Own
you're the
it.
one that did it because Kevin said, "What if it's like Latvia or Yemen or something?"
No.
Yeah.
Did I really
or
say it?
Arkansas?
Are you really black?
on the Arkansas cruise
I'll take
line.
the Arkansas
Dude,
people
you
on.
thought Levi Kitchen was on a cruise in Arkansas.
Said he's on a boat, man.
Man,
It's the
he's gotta be on the-
Arkansas
Arkansas
cruise line.
cruise
Arkadelphia,
lines.
brother. You ever been there?
Dude, it's bad to the bone over there.
Grand Arkansas cruise.
Yes.
Get on. Where's your
Where the
shit?
Best time is with your sister.
There's
All
your
I
bunk
know-
bed right there.
All I know is I do plan to go every year. It's defeating that it's right back in France.
Why they get so
made
many
a
of
ton
them?
of money.
For
there.
you-
That's the only reason, dude. That thing is like an amphitheater.
It's defeating for you.
Is it
but-
going back
but
to the same
I
place?
have-
But if I could
Nick,
get to go to Normandy,
I haven't been to
Renee.
Same place?
Or Nay, exact same track,
that's
3
overdoing
years
it.
apart. But they sort of did Redbud 4 years apart.
It's okay with me because I haven't been to France, so I'm good for 20.
Well, I got to go to
can kiss my
If I
ass.
go to France, I have to go to Normandy because I didn't go to Normandy last time.
Why? Because you dodged the damn draft and you didn't fight like everybody else did, you asshole.
right. Freaking
Man, you ain't supposed to talk about my draft
commie,
status.
commie pansy.
You commie Nazi. Yeah, so no, but I do want to see that. And we were coming back, me and Paul Winters, and we're like, it said
You wanna take
Normandy Beach to the left.
Didn't do
And
it.
we had to turn right because we had
Why?
to pick our ladies up at the airport in Paris.
She
I
can
knew I
wait for
shouldn't have taken that
Normandy.
left turn at Normandy.
Normandy.
Dude, what if Normandy was like 5 more hours? I don't know. I'm just saying that's on the to-do list.
That's fine.
You ever watch that? They have a
Hey, we will take a
celebration
cruise ship to the beach in Normandy.
To Normandy.
And pretend like we're doing.
And you just float over there and you got you
there.
set
like
your
they could back
your
the boat up
umbrella.
and we could come out of
You
the back
run
of
it.
the cruise ship.
Yeah,
and
just
run
They
up
run.
they create the experience.
And people could mow us
they
down.
shoot rubber bullets at you and like, oh, and there's people
Check
floating
him
in the
out, he's
water.
hitting
Look
the
at that,
floor.
man. It's so real.
go all sail save it. That would be the
That would be awful if they
Arca-
commercialize that.
Arkansas Cruise Line doesn't
Fake bodies floating in the water.
Arkansas
A
ACL.
Normandy beach experience. With the
ACL.
Arkansas, you just jump off a
Follow
pontoon
me
I got this gift certificate from ACL.
for the
Arkansas
Normandy
cruise.
experience.
boat. They got one of them Arkansas cruise boats. It's like a pontoon boat with a little camper part
And
on
you're
it.
just holding this certificate that says Normandy experience.
My wife got me
Everybody
this.
have
for-
their certificate.
And then Muscle Mike's like kicks you off.
Get
Like,
in.
Get you some
Get
goddamn
in,
angel
bitch.
dust.
Swim to the shore.
And then
You're
some
going to the
crazy
beach.
ass random French guy's got real bullets like, oh, pop, 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 pop. He's
But
killing every
see, the
dude.
shitty part though is Nick would get to drive the tank.
They didn't have tanks on the beach, so
Fury.
you're good.
Was 100%.
But
right
it
off
didn't
the
happen
shore
on
of
Normandy. No, it was not.
Well, they went north or something, but by God, there was a
They had to
tank.
get there. You want to hear something funny about that?
I swear they landed on the beach in Fury.
I was talking like
no, not with tanks.
No, but
They did land on.
that haircut is from France.
You damn
Nick's
right.
haircut- Nick is French.
Oh, yeah, he's at a discoteca for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know this is no joke? My granddad
Oh boy.
drove a tank in World War II.
Hell yeah, he
What
should
if
have.
there's a picture of him and dude, it's just basically
Full on Brad Pitt.
It's just a black and white picture of Nick. Yeah, here's my
Yeah.
granddad. Dude, let's get that
Seriously?
picture.
He was a tank driver, I swear.
But did he have your hair?
I don't know.
Brad Pitt did.
I think he had some PTSD because he abandoned my mother's family right after.
Where was
As
he
soon as
driving
got
a
back.
tank though? Was he like in Europe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary as
Yeah.
hell, dude.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. That's where he founded Arkansas.
Now he
Cruise
was
Lines.
a
Could you imagine the damn sheer potential of launching a company like
I guarantee you,
Arkansas
Nick's
Cruise
driving the
Lines?
tank. This is what he's listening. Blow it up, boys.
He's in there. There's lights flashing inside. the
Well, I
tank.
can't load this
Why are
tank.
your damn
Yeah.
boots so slippery? Are you moonwalking?
fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Nick was wearing silver army boots. He's wearing shiny silver army.
Fire in the hole.
He's got
He has
shiny
no,
combat.
he has no
Oh.
camo on. It's all silver. Fire you bitches.
He's wearing that helmet like Robbie Green at Damn the Dirt with all the disco
Hey,
ball pieces.
every time a shell flies out, I just pop up out of the porthole and do a little dance.
He throws his
So
hand.
there's a fire in the hole.
It's a hit.
You're dead. Next. Pow, 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 pow.
Pow.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pow pow, mother fulcrum.
Mother fulcrums.
Dude, I'll throw down some motherfuckers in Europe. Dude, that's probably where Michael Mosman.
He scared the fulcrum out of
Where
me.
would you boys like to go to blow some things up? Nick is a French tank driver at this point.
The tank is going like this. It's like
The-
left
and
right.
oui, oui.
Left.
The gun's going.
Right. People are looking at the tank tracks coming up through there, and they're like,
What?
Pepe Le Pew going on.
Pepe Le Pew Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. Jake, how come you're not weighing in on some of this? Like, did we unplug your mic? I feel like you'd have something
You're in,
to say
buddy.
about blowing up some dudes with
Oh,
a
my
silver
God, I laughed
military
so.
outfit. Homeboy's got a
Nick has a
shiny-
full zipper camo
that thing's made out
onesie.
of PVC.
I got like
onesie. Yes.
a spandex
Hold on,
camo
I'll be
onesie.
there in just a moment when I zip.
Spandex camo.
He leaves it all the way unzipped, just the turtle,
your-
With
his
a
wiener
setup.
just the top, just below the zip. Like it's
Yeah.
just right there. Him and Robert Pastrana, just
Yes.
penis and
Like
one
there's a
YKK zipper.
Like,
yes, 100%.
The zipper's so far down, there's a little bit of bush hanging out.
Yes. Yeah, but I'll add, to quote a 65-year-old lady.
A little
the other
bit
day-
of French bush hanging out down there.
Oh, this
And
is
it's-
World War II.
Yes,
My
yeah.
bad. I thought it was
Yeah.
current day.
No,
Because a 65-year-old lady the other day says, "Who has pubic hair anymore?"
what? She said that in your presence,
In a
or
crowd of people standing near me, and I was just like, "Man, that's awesome." Who has
Wow.
pubic hair anymore?
I mean,
Oh,
the
did
fact
say
that
it
she
because-
knows that.
Did she say it because she thinks it in style, or when you turn 60, does it all fall out?
No, I think she
I mean,
said
that's
she was
chemo, I
referring
guess.
to-
I don't know.
She was referring to the tank drivers in Korea because she knew World War II, they had a little bit of bush showing.
Yeah,
The zipper went that
Maybe
low.
maybe it could have been
on their
everybody from
disco
Chernobyl and
tanks.
everything just fell out there too.
it could be.
Chernobyl. Yes, exactly, Kevin.
Did 3 Mile Island just started the no bush trend? Like in
burn it off.
up in that area?
It's the same as Levi Kitchen's scalp. It just burned it off.
Like there was one Playboy model from 3 Mile Island, and then all of a sudden it just
Oh, it's
caught
my
on.
favorite song. Pa
And
pa
it caught
pa.
on. The one Playboy bunny.
Yeah, it caught on, and everybody was like, "Where
Where would you boys like to go? We blow some things up.
And Nick's like,
Nick should-
he zips up his damn shiny suit. His
Got a pair of Prince boots on.
Everything's silver.
Every-
Super shiny.
It's
I
just
feel like
not
the enemy
completely
can see
silver.
us.
It's just like the
They
shiny.
can see him. How do they not see Nick?
Why are you wearing this suit? Aren't we supposed to stay hidden?
No,
Nick's like,
baby.
"Oh,
You are the life of the party.
a very aerodynamic camo.
The bullets bounce
Shiny
off of
suit.
Dude's
you.
in there trying to read coordinates and
It
shit.
repels
Nick's got a
bullets.
disco ball spinning inside
Repels
the tank.
bullets and semen.
If we could get somebody to make me a shiny camouflage one piece
It can be done.
with some silver boots.
with some silver boots on,
And they need to have
Hey.
pretty decent heels. I'm
And,
talking like 5 inches.
I want
Hey.
Nick 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
with a silver disco ball helmet.
That with a hanger that goes above your head, so it's always above your head.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not. Oh, you want
No,
an
you just a
actual
helmet
disc-
that looks like
Yeah.
a disco ball.
Oh, I thought
But
you
then
wanted.
the light that shines on it could be above it spinning.
True story. Yeah, the light is on a stick that hangs
Yes.
down.
And a
His
long
helmet
skinny
spins.
cigarette.
You would be smoking
And some
shitty
Chardonnay at all
cigarettes.
times. Drives the tank one-handed
With Chardonnay.
with his knee.
Why does this
Champagne.
have to be a 2-stick tank?
Motocross Des nuts.
Hey, what about Levi? He knew it was Des Nations.
Much respect.
That's a solid individual right there. That's some good raising. He don't quite understand redneck or whatever, but that's some good raising.
That is
Yeah, he's
good
from the
raising.
Pacific Northwest. Lives in Florida. Like he's missed this whole redneck.
Do they have humidity up there? I know it rains all the time.
I don't think so.
No, not
I don't
really.
think they do either.
Not. I mean, they might, but nothing like.
Not like
North California
Florida.
doesn't.
no, nothing like where he's at.
Yeah. I just think when you're in California, it's the most beautiful place ever.
There's no mosquitoes.
There's no humidity.
Mammoth,
There's no
Mammoth
mosquitoes.
is the best.
Oh yeah.
There's no freaking prehistoric animals in your
Jake,
lake. that
before
you're
you
fishing.
die, you got to do Mammoth. Like we will help you.
Are you going to do it on a 125?
You need the bear.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Needs to be on a 250 at least, okay? Because they'll jet that thing, and you still, every time you go to add gas, you're like, oh, it's still full.
I can tell you this.
No matter what, it's still full.
In Colorado, by the time we got to the top of the mountains, my 200 felt like a 60.
Yes.
I mean, it.
And Nick was the
Like
oldest
Levi
60
when he was
rider
on
at that
60 when he was
point.
19.
He was older than Levi.
barely.
Levi's like, I was 17 on a Super Mini.
Wait a minute.
Kevin's face was great. Hey, but you remember,
I do. That's what I remember him about was
hey,
his.
what was that Yamaha rider, Eddie Hicks or something? Seems like
He rode Cowies he's from the East Coast.
Eddie Hicks, no, Yamaha rider on mini bikes.
I just remember him on Cowies. Or am I thinking
Dude,
of
this
Eddie? I'm thinking of
84, 83.
Yeah.
Early. Eddie Hicks, he was the baddest of the bad. He only rode like a few big bike races. But I feel like he rode the mini bike until he was 16 or so. Pastrana didn't he? Or was he just that tall? Remember how giant he was in 2000?
He was 14 and on. He was in the pro class.
You mean Travis Bigfoot Pastrana?
Travis Bigfoot Pastrana.
We'll go through this again. I had
think
one
that
guy
was
back me up.
One dude did, and Travis didn't even know about it.
I know.
What year did Travis
Did you ever
turn
heard
pro?
that
I'm sitting
before?
here talking off the top of my head.
God, y'all awesome.
He was 15 at Loretta's, I believe. He was immediately pro when he could turn.
I know,
pro.
but I can't remember if that was 99. Was he 2000?
It was 99 when he was at Loretta's. I can tell you that
Was
because
he
Kyle
on the
was at
RM80?
Loretta's. No, he was on a 125. He was in the pro class.
So that might have been 95 or
Yeah.
6. But he looked giant on that RM80.
He
Dude,
was
he was
13 and
huge.
ginormous on an RM80. Him and Burkhart or whatever.
Mark Burkhart,
Lance.
the future
Who am I
Supermoto
thinking?
guy.
No, I'm thinking of another B with a Yamaha. Damn it.
We'll never think of that.
Nope, he was Suzuki.
Was Burkhart not the Supermoto guy? Yamaha factory. And
I'm getting all those guys confused right now.
It's okay. It's a no judgment zone, Kevin.
Could be that Cutwater.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't remember. I would not remember. It's two Cutwater, sir.
Yeah. And
Two-
some Fireball.
I can tell you, 2 Cutwater is on the verge of changing my life at any given
When
point.
Nick talks about those things, he acts like they will kill you.
They
Are
will kill. They will me. Like they're my kryptonite. Like
Yeah,
two,
you don't.
2 of those in my life. Like it's you come to a fork in the road for the way my life's
My
going to
life,
go.
yes.
No, if
One
you're by
is very
yourself, but
pleasant.
when you
One
have
has-
me and my wife, we had
wife.
Nick, my wife. There were these 2 girls from England, and Nick goes, "Hey," and he just is chatting, and Christina's like, she's watching, like she's making sure, and then she calls Stephanie. She goes, "You need to come up here," and Nick,
order Nick a
Nick turns
hamburger.
around and goes, "Hey," and it was so damn good. She
You
fixed
know
it.
how when you're good at something, you just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you? He's good at
He
it.
was completely like innocent. You were fine, but it could have went very.
But that's
sideways.
what I suck on a motorcycle.
Fantastic at flirting and just being
And
a guy.
fantastic at talking to a woman.
And this other woman was like, "Listen," Nick is just perusing the pool. Me and my wife are sitting on the edge, knees in the water, just chilling. Nick is saying hi to everybody, and this one woman out of nowhere goes,
she came to me. Like,
she goes, "Listen,
like she walked.
we're
to
not
me.
gonna have a threesome." He goes, "Okay, like what in the hell are you even talking about?" Like
That's
out of
just her
nowhere.
opening line.
Like
Yes.
out of the blue, she walks out and goes, "I am not having a threesome with you."
And it was her wedding, whatever. They just got married, and all their
like a
parties
wedding.
with them. They're all hanging out on top of them.
She.
Yes.
Oh, this is.
I watched it, and it was like very uncomfortable. They had like 20 of them. And then Nick met a guy from California that goes, "Are you from California?" He goes, "Not even close." And he just said, "You look like you're from California." Anyway, they were best friends. The guy bought him his own drink. And
Dude,
then
this is what hurt you.
Nick won the $20 belly flop contest out of nowhere.
In an 8 foot
In
by
a,
4
no,
foot
in a
pool.
3 foot pool. Full commitment.
Yeah, it was a.
The thing was the size of a block of cheese.
This all
And Nick's
happened in
over
like
there.
22 minutes.
Nick's parallel with the water, like arms out, like he's jumping out of an airplane, and just you just hear that splash, right?
I think a lot of the other pool attendees were not as.
No,
Entertained?
this lady was
enthralled with
pissed.
yeah.
I just had my hair done. This lady was so
yeah,
mad.
you come.
You're
to
at
the
a
side of
pool,
the
dude.
pool,
You get what you get.
I hate it for you. You're going to get wet. Now, the only time it sucks is if it's freezing. But,
But
why are
Then
you?
don't be in the
Hey.
pool.
Get out of the pool. If you just had your hair done, get out of the pool, and I'm not having a threesome with you either.
Yes, lady. Get out of here with your goddamn bumblebee hairdo. Beehive sticking
like- I
up
was
by
like-
8 foot.
We're not having a twosome either.
Or
We're not having
onesome.
anysomes.
No.
We're having a nosome.
But you might put on your onesie from World War II when you were a tank
Dude.
driver.
If I'd had that shit,
Zip up
She'd have been
onesie.
pissed.
I look like a camouflage GI Joe doll.
I
A
don't want
gay
it to be
camouflage.
dude. I want it
Flamboyant.
to be silver.
Smoking long, skinny cigarettes, drinking Chardonnays that are with glasses that are
All
2
this
feet
is
long.
silver camo.
I'm sure Randy Richardson needs to tell his buddy to send me that
Dude,
suit.
that's the suit. Harvey's suit.
Yeah,
It's
Harvey-
on
Like
Amazon.
Nick had in World
Harvey
War II.
needs to send that. Well, he's not like he's
No, you don't
using
want
it
to wear
anymore.
Harvey's.
I know, but like he's
That
foot and a
thing-
half shorter than you.
That would be
That'd be
funnier.
even funnier if it makes
So you
it
have to
even tighter.
bend over and squat.
As
You
long-
can't even stand up in that thing if you
No,
rip your feet out of it.
Well,
It's a
just means I
onesie.
have to have taller boots.
Yep, that's all it is. He needs taller boots. That'll soak it up. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
it's the
get
opposite.
him closer. No, it'll get him closer to the top of the suit.
If I got some platform boots, I'd be about 7 feet tall.
Dude, that's what I would like.
It's ma'am.
It look like Gene
It's
Simmons.
ma'am.
Like, why is Gene Simmons here? Who ordered Kiss to handle World War II's tank missions? Like Kiss, of all the people you could have hired to handle World War II tank missions.
Could have been.
Son of a bitch. The whole place is in camo, and Nick's out there in
Hi
silver.
guys.
He's
on. He cruises up with a cigarette and a KD80.
7 foot tall, parading back
Well,
and
you
forth,
know,
and
it would be
the
good
enemy's just
camouflage.
up there like
If
this.
you're out in the middle of a field, it would be good camouflage because it would just reflect. The,
Silver. Oh, they'd all be like,
There's no way anybody would wear a mirror to war. Like, there's no way.
Nick would.
He would have guys
he's-
walking up to see their fit there, like stand in front of him, like, "Oh, how's my uniform look?" Thinking he's a
got-
mirror.
Nick's got the party tank.
Yeah.
Who's going to the party
What's
tank?
up?
Who
It's
wants
the fur
one?
tank.
throwing out T-shirts.
The party
It doesn't even
tank.
shoot. It just shoots.
It just shoots
I got,
confetti. Woo!
I got a T-shirt cannon instead.
He's got a T-shirt cannon and confetti.
It's the fur tank.
Hey, boy.
He's driving around in the fur tank.
It's got fur on the inside and lights
I won the war with T-shirts.
Nick is
and confetti bitches.
You know how excited people are when
Dude,
you
they
get a
love a
T-shirt?
T-shirt
Yeah.
cannon, man.
There's a
People-
scissor
Everybody loves a
shortage
free T-shirt.
in France from cutting up all this confetti. There's a construction paper and
You know
scissor
how bad it dulls
shortage
scissors when you cut
in
the paper?
Normandy. Guys, I need lots of 1-inch squares. Keep cutting.
But,
Oh,
dude,
my
it
fingers
turned
hurt,
into
Miss
excellent-
Jones.
It
Yeah.
turned into excellent mulch eventually, and
It-
the plants
Yeah.
really grew
Just
better.
think how history would change. There would be no.
If we had
That's
confetti
what France
tanks,
has.
It
Good
would be
wine.
no resident riveter. It'd be like Carla the confetti cutter. Instead,
Exactly. Dude, I love
Muscle
that.
Mike and Forearm
Yeah,
Frank and
spreading angel dust all
Legs
over the
Luther.
land.
It's
Legs.
legs Luther, dude.
Legs Luther.
He's just constantly over there like, check it out, man.
Frankie
Look
the
at my
forearm.
quads."
Urgh. All right. I think we need to wrap it up, man. Thanks to Levi Kitchen. Thanks to all of our great sponsors.
All-time short show. We
It
can't
was,
help
but it was
though.
good, dude.
It took us forever to get started. We couldn't help it. I rode 100 miles today on my enduro bike. Found some of the greatest trails I've never known about in Talladega National Forest. It was a good day. The
How
weather
did that
was
go?
perfect.
So you rode your 501 and
Randy was on the KTM 500. Raymond was on a KTM 690.
690 was fine.
Dude, we went down stuff that was so vertical. I was like, y'all stay up here. Let me go see if it's okay. Because I just pictured that 690 getting to the bottom and there's no way to get it out. Just have to leave it there. But we were able to. The
Everybody
dirt
made
was
it out?
perfect. So
Yeah.
no
So you
problem.
have mooses in his, or is it
Yeah,
two? Yeah.
he's running mooses. We all had mooses, surprisingly. Even Range.
I do believe
Range Daniel, he's about to be the driver for
I shot a moose.
Chris.
Stapleton.
No, what's the dude that he only goes by his last name? He won.
Christopher Reeves.
No, he won like American Idol or something.
Daughtry.
Daltrey.
Wow.
That's who he's driving.
Look
He's
at me.
still around.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
He just
Not
did
a
Blake
song.
Shelton.
Like I wouldn't know if that guy sings country, whatever.
No,
I
he's a
don't know
rock
the
and roll dude.
Spoken word.
spoken word stuff.
Yeah, he does mostly
All the-
poetry readings.
Spoken the Pacific Northwest.
Angel
All right.
Dust rap.
So anything coming up?
Barber Motor.
Barber?
No,
No,
I
well,
got moved.
Yeah, I
oh,
got
and
moved.
hey, SEVMX, Alan Utz is in
Yeah,
the
man.
hospital
Yep. Say a
Getting-
prayer for Alan.
getting some heart surgery. He had some test show up that was not positive.
Well, I'm thankful he got there and they were able to see it, and he's not having an active heart attack. So it means he's stable and they're going
Caught
to
it
get him
early
taken care
enough
of. Yeah,
to
that's
sort
awesome.
of do the work before the damage.
Absolutely.
It's probably easy because Alan's got such a big heart.
There
He's
it
got
is.
such a big heart.
He's good. He's one of the good ones.
He
So
is.
He
He's
is a
a
good
good
dude. And
guy.
he checks on us nonstop. He keeps
He's
us informed.
awesome.
of
Yes.
Georgia Motocross. and-
their races. So
Yeah.
if you're in the Southeast, you want to ride some vintage and some modern stuff like SEVMX, we ask us. We'll point you in the right
It's
direction
a good
for sure.
place to plug in for somebody who used to race, kind of wants to race
Low
again, but
key,
they
want
don't
to ride
wanna
an
go
old
wide
beater
open.
bike and have some fun with dudes that don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're not worried about anything.
Nope.
And
They're not going to be sweating your seat height, power valve, like
Disc brake.
No, somebody might.
I mean,
There's
they
one
might,
guy.
but nobody
Man,
really
that
could.
dude, he's got a power valve.
They put power valves on 86 model. Everybody knows
And this
that.
is supposed to be through 85, and he's out there with all this advantage.
You damn disc brake son of a bitch.
Yes, he's got a rear disc brake.
Oh, water cool. Look at you, double.
Nick's favorite thing is, all right, let's trade bikes. If I have
still beat
such
you.
an advantage, let's just trade.
I'll still be.
I'll just
Yeah.
see how it goes.
So they moved Barber. It's gonna be like in June, which would be awesome. But they're still having an SEVMX April 5th at Scrub and
Scrub
Dirt.
and Dirt, yep.
So
Oh, yeah,
anybody's
that's like
interested.
next week or something.
Yeah, that's coming up quick.
All right. So
I took
Scrub
my
and
120, my 86 KX 125 to Terry Hunter Speed Shop to get the.
Dirt. Did you get it over there?
I did last
Yeah.
night. Frame welded and the foot peg.
Get them foot pegs back
repositioned.
up level.
Yeah,
Nick's foot pegs point down.
They look like a basset hound.
Yes, they have long ears. It's freaking-
Yo, so I'm supposed to talk about the Hillbilly Grand Prix off-road race in, I believe, in Kansas. Dude, they race through the streets. It looks pretty
I saw
epic.
that, and God, I want to do it.
It looks epic. So if you are
John,
in that area, I know
is
it's
it?
another race. It's I'm on. It's Hillbilly Grand Prix off-road, but
it's a 100-mile dirt bike race.
it looks
I
epic.
rode 100 today. I'm ready.
Where is it? And what?
I want to say
Arkansas,
Kansas.
so you
no,
have to take
I'll
the
I'll double check.
Cruise line.
You have to take an Arkansas cruise there. We can take
ACF.
an Arkansas cruise while we're there. It's in Kansas, and
Here it is. Yeah, it's the Bent Rims. It's May 25th, the 100-mile Grand Prix, and it looks pretty dope, dude. They got vintage bikes, modern bikes. You start off in the city, like
be
it looks
fun,
like
man.
Elsinore.
okay, so I'm going to bitch a little bit because I thought that would be an awesome race to take the XRs to
FlintHillsBentRims.com.
and do that. But
Okay.
they have a class that goes up to like 1985.
We just happen to have 86s. Trying to get that single.
So-
Nobody
carburetor.
needs to know.
I
Just change the seat,
I
dog.
don't understand the like 85.
85 was a dual carburetor on them XRs.
Well,
we did
just-
not want that.
well,
Is it drum brake, disc brake thing?
I don't know, but if we we would be the
we
only
got
people
John
on
It's in
XR
Florence,
250s.
Kansas. So there you go.
But how
Sunday,
fun would it
May
be to do a
25th.
100-mile race on those if it wasn't like Moto?
If it wasn't pure hell,
Yeah. Because that XR would be, you wouldn't even get tired
Jake,
on that thing.
could you
for
ride an
100 miles.
XR for 100 miles? We
I
have
mean-
3 of them. If Kevin hadn't ruined our third one, he's
No,
always
dude.
sending pictures of him.
This one's
out on
good.
the
No,
town.
this one gets like there they are lined up, dude. Like in the little
That'd
town.
be pretty fun. They used to do that at Snowshoe, but
I
the
love it.
trail, once they got you on the trail, is pure hell.
Yeah. But I would be interested in that. 100-mile Grand Prix
Is
on
it
something.
relatively flat? Like,
It's Kansas.
You got to think Kansas, but
You got to worry about
anyway, if you got any questions, hit us
There it
up. We'll point you in their directions. May 25th in Kansas.
that's
Always,
probably
always,
Memorial.
always cool about helping other events that are different and unique and like.
Hey,
I think the XR is the only old bike I got I would trust to go 100 miles.
You got the old XR200, Nick.
trust.
Yeah, now that's
This guy has a
XR200.
beautiful XR200. Like it should
Like
be
too
at Barber.
nice to really be
really
racing.
is. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But that would be,
Yeah.
yeah.
May 25th. Check them out. And we have our race in October.
October.
Hey, honestly,
You're building the gate
In
for
a
it.
Section number
100-mile
2 of the
race.
gate is complete.
100-mile race, if it wasn't like straight up Moto, which is not going to be
78 miles are on I-40. Just pure, wide
But-
open, straight.
Hey, I'd take my chances against a modern bike on 100 miles on one of those XRs.
If it's trails,
If it's trails.
that's where those bikes shine, and you'll be in there like, I should be hating this thing, but it
and
sure
they'll be
is
working really
pretty
hard, and you'll
good.
just be flowing. You'll just be in that flow.
it starts finding its place, man. Those things still are pretty like performance minded back there.
I wish we could just have them ship there and then fly in.
I just wish they had an electric start, fuel
guy
injection,
just
modern
drive there.
suspension.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Yeah, if it had electric start, modern suspension, fuel injection.
68 horsepower.
I don't want. I know a 21. Leave it at 21.
21
We're happy
horsepower.
with the
Yeah, I'm
power.
okay with the power.
We like the power. It's easy. Just ride.
For
If I could
100
ride
miles,
my
you don't want to
CRF,
Heck no.
I'd ride that CRF 250F in that 100
Yeah.
mile race.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You
All
know
right.
that's
What's the
May
closest
25th. May 25th. Kansas.
Pigs in the forest or something. What's it called? The hillbilly.
Pigs in the.
There is an event out there called Pigs in
Not
the
even
Forest.
close, but
There's
yeah,
an
man.
XR event. I'm dead serious.
No, I
Greg-
could see that.
Greg Day rides it. Pigs in the Forest. It's like Kansas, Arkansas.
It's a Hillbilly Grand Prix, I believe.
Hillbilly Grand Prix.
Not Hillbilly Hills.
Nope.
Hillbilly GP.
So that was
I
Andy
take a little
Crowfoot.
bit of offense to that too. Let's go ahead and start a fight with somebody other than Arkansas. I kind of feel like hillbillies are North Georgia, Tennessee.
only.
We got
West
them.
Virginia. You know what I mean?
West
Like,
Virginia for sure.
It's in Florence, Kansas.
for
It's
sure.
100
I just don't
miles.
know that they're-
Sunday, May 25th, and it is FlintHillsBentRims.com.
I'll bet that's 5 hours on a motorcycle.
I just don't
Probably
know.
is.
Like, were there really hillbillies in Kansas?
Because
Like,
there's no hills,
is,
right?
is
It's pretty
Kansas
flat.
one of those states that thinks it's part of the South?
I mean, there's no hills to begin
Yeah,
with, so
what do
it should
they?
be flat billies.
What do you boys think up there? You think you part of the South?
You ain't. Mason-Dixon lies below
I
you.
just know that Jed Clampett wasn't from Kansas. He was,
No, that was where Dorothy was from,
yeah.
yeah.
All
Dorothy
right.
didn't even have an accent.
bitch. All right, we're done.
That's so stupid.
Confetti tanks. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
silver
Suck
suits
it.
showing just a little bit of bush. So dumb, dude.
All right, we're done.
Standard
Thanks to
issue.
Levi Kitchen. Awesome guests, and we'll see what we come up with next week. Maybe
We
we'll
are
have.
losing it.
Dude,
I mean,
All
we
right.
can't even be serious for half a second.
No,
So
I
that's
don't want to
perfect.
be.
That's how
It's
it
perfect.
needs to be.
All right.
Yep.
Thank our sponsors, SEB Mix.
Pig skins,
Yep. Lamb
pork
skins.
skins, skin so soft,
And I'm gonna
skin-tastic,
make it,
skin-timate.
Personal this time. Alan Utz, we love you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get well soon, buddy.
You don't have to say nothing back. I feel like he's going to come right back. So.
Yep, he'll be back.
Because Alan made a point to.
Alan needs to come hang out when you are healthy from this little deal. Come hang out and you come on our show.
Alan
And then
made a
he-
point to that he pointed out that one of our guests that had a really good race, who I don't even remember who it was now, that he did well.
Owes it to us, like Cooper. It might have been Cooper.
Yeah, it was Cooper Webb. Yeah,
Yep.
that he just knew
Oh,
that
yeah.
we told him we loved him, and he
Because
Yes,
of the
and
he
energy.
had the
Yeah.
confidence.
And we love you, Alan. Get well soon, buddy.
If Alan comes, he will take that RM80 home so he can redo it and bring it back as an Antoinette special or
Beautiful.
something
Beautiful.
along those lines.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Get well soon, Alan. We will see you in the studio because you're going to get well soon. And that is it. Thanks, Levi. We are done.
All right, love y'all.